We are not live. Let me go and copy the Twitch chat link for everyone. Ah, wrong stream title. No. There we go.
Ah, yeah, the good Twitch ads.
Oh yeah, I forgot those existed. I can stream to Discord.
Oh no, it's fine.
Albatross, why is your name Defending Free Space iChamp 2024 now?
Because that's accurate. I have pride on the line here.
The name is too long, one moment.
Do I need to abbreviate that?
No, I'll just, oh, whoops. I'll just increase the size of this, Okay. That should be fine now. Can you try speaking again?
Hello.
Yeah, there we go.
Hi.
I just
Yep.
need to increase the width of the actual widget. Anyway, alright. Mr. Puzzle is here. He's also co-commentating today. Dark
Hey,
Fix
there we
saying,
go.
Opus
Great.
Magnum Weeklies
Hi.
2025, Week 7, Road. Ah, yes, that is, that is what is
Got
happening
quite
today.
the crew together.
Why are the inputs in a line? Because this is Ravari's road. They're in a road. Look at them. They're all in line, standing in line to walk on Ravari's road.
The Giga Chad Height 1 Feng Shui.
Yeah, do we have any height showcases?
No, I don't think we do. We do have a width showcase, and that is interesting.
Ooh. I'm excited.
Yeah. I guess height 1 would require some infinitely long pistons, right? Sad.
Yeah. I have not seen the width submission, but it is with rate. It's WR. It's a world record. I am back with extra water. I'm going to need this for this stream. Is it time yet? It is time. Are there any more submissions? No last minute submissions. Alright, let me download everything again to be very sure, but... Jamu says, this felt like a shitpost week and it was not a shitpost week. Am I too quiet? I can adjust that, probably. Can I? I'll make everyone more quiet. How about that? I'm already at I think I'm already at my maximum volume. Let's see. Can everyone in VC try speaking? So I can adjust your volumes?
Everyone
hi.
say,
I walk Ravari's road, the only road that I...
Oh yeah, we're gonna do the singing later on at the end of the stream. I'm gonna invite everybody up to...
sounds like we're doing the singing now.
If you want to do some singing while I like fiddle with the volume controls, we can do that too. Pretend you didn't see the week 8 puzzle. Anyways, I said I was
We
gonna
need more stream lag. I missed it.
I was saying I was gonna stream on Discord too. Now y'all can watch on the Discord. Yay! Hopefully this doesn't mean it won't lag too much on my end. It should be fine. We should be good to go. Are we good to go? We're good to go. Alright. Hello everyone, welcome to week 7 of the Opus Magnum Weeklies, the 2025 Weeklies. Today we have Road. Yes, Road. We have Ravari's Road here. The metrics were rate cost and also instructions cost. So yeah, some nice and simple metrics for y'all. Your objective was to turn a single elemental lead and a single elemental quicksilver into every single metal in existence in this game. Yeah, simple. It is simple. People loved rate. We got like 30. We have 29 scoring submissions, I think, for rate, which is a high for the weeklies. I think the last one I remember actually going that high was probably, what was it? I only remember Pitch Drop. Yeah, Pitch Drop had a lot of submitters. But yeah, any of you commentators want to comment on your experience with this puzzle? What did you think of it? Good puzzle? Bad puzzle? Cursed
I
puzzle?
would say quite easy.
Quite
But
easy.
I guess results will show. I think these are two metrics I'm traditionally good at. So
Yeah, you basically came up with the three eye concept, and also you used to be the king of Hoft, as they called it back in the day.
Yeah, I enjoyed this week. Sorry, go ahead, Rami.
Yeah, I think if there's a puzzle tailored for me, it has rate instructions and is a metals only puzzle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a relatively simple puzzle too. MP says, hated it dearly. Well done. You can thank Panic for that. And whoever else came up with the puzzle at the time. I don't actually remember who came up with the puzzle anymore. We came up with this one a long time ago. It's just been sitting in reserve for forever. This is one of our attempts to make an instruction puzzle, and it sure is. It's an instruction puzzle now.
I think there's a lot left with free space instructions we haven't explored yet.
Yeah,
so,
but like it just feels like the reason we haven't really explored much because it can feel like there isn't that much to explore in the first place.
I don't know. Yeah. This week's puzzle, most puzzles, I spend a whole week slaving over a single submission, like Amarms did. But this time, I knocked out submissions pretty fast, and then I spent a whole week desperately trying to find those 5 and 10G saves that everyone in the chat seems to claim they have.
Everyone has been saying that this is not everyone, but some people have been saying that this is more similar to a Pareto week than a lot of the other weeks. I guess just because of the amount you can iterate through, at least the rate metric. But yeah, we should be good to begin, and we will be starting in 30th place at 156 rate and 50 cost and 156 instructions. This is a min cost solve, I think. Is it min cost? Yeah, sure looks like it. Ambiventus says in the notes, I gave up on getting an actual instructions or rate solve. Instead, I made sure I'll win any secondary ties by submitting a min cost solve. If that ends up mattering, I'll be shocked. I fully expect to be last for both metrics. Yeah, so this is last for this. I don't know if it's gonna be last for the other metric though, because this doesn't have that many instructions, and some of the solves actually do have quite a bit of instructions. But But yeah, it's a cost solve.
Maybe all this time I was desperately trying to save cost. I lost the forest for the trees. Yeah.
Is this optimal second? Oh, what secondaries are we considering? I guess instructions? Maybe I think they could be less for instructions, right? This could be fractional clean. Oh yeah, it is a 156 primary in both categories. I just noticed that. Amazing. But yeah, this is where we'll be starting, and the rate only goes down from here. GI on this would be funny. Yeah, that sounds it does sound intriguing actually. How would that work? But alright. Moving on then, we have in 29th place at 32 rate and 180 gold and 108 instructions, Alex. Solution 2. You know, when I saw 32, I expected this to be in projection only solve. Because I think that's the value for projection only. But apparently we have, it's just not pulling lead at optimal speed. I guess if you're not
It's
pulling
doing
lead...
tin by purification and everything else by projection, right?
Yeah. So it's doing some inefficient projection by having projections lower than tin to iron.
Yeah, and it does miss Quicksilver a few cycles. It doesn't pull.
Oh yeah. How does that happen? Which arm is deciding the loop length?
I think it's arm 1 because arm 1 is acting once more than arm 2.
Yeah, this could probably be fixed by making a 2p and lowering the rate ever so slightly. But yeah, interestingly, Alex told everyone in the chat that he was working on a puzzle almost exactly like this. Before this puzzle was even revealed, it was I think it was the same thing without Quicksilver, maybe, or was it I don't remember.
Yeah, you can imagine dropping the Quicksilver output, and then that'll fix your missing grabs, right?
Right? But yeah, min rate should be purifying to tin and projecting everything else above tin. So, well, this sort of does that, but it also projects lead to tin, which is an inoptimal purification. Oh, the puzzle had 2 Quicksilver inputs? Interesting. It may not have had purification either, but I guess purification doesn't matter if you have 2 QS inputs. You were saying?
Who designed this puzzle, and what was the thought process behind it? Like, the purification ratio is really nice, and I'm wondering if that's a happy coincidence or deliberate.
Panic decided to give everyone rate for this puzzle, and I believe it was mostly a happy coincidence because the main intention of this puzzle was instructions. I mean, you can see it in the name. It's called Ravari's Road.
Yeah. My guess would have been that the puzzle was made and then rate happened to be nice because the output and input set are very...
Yeah, it's like we gave you very simple inputs, so these inputs could probably be cleanly done cleanly.
Yeah, I think I've seen it. I think I've seen it quite often that 11 of lead, quicksilver, and salt do 1 of each atom. It's also a coincidence that there are exactly 11 sword likes,
Oh,
4
they
in
are.
quintessence, 2 in
Quintessence
animismus, the 4 elements and sword itself makes 11.
Peculiar. That'll be
So
next
it
year's.
works out exactly.
We're gonna make an instruction puzzle, and it'll be that next year. I hope you're looking
Oh
forward
no,
to it.
quintessence with instructions is horrible.
Or it could be a ship host. You know. Everybody's looking forward to the ship host. We have something spicy for you this year. Right. Moving on. We have at 25 rate, not exactly a min yet. We have half O-ring. The submission Dancer Do Am I. Now, how does this get 25? It is doing inefficient purification, apparently. Does the third purifier ever do anything? Oh no, it's doing something.
I'm still trying to figure out if the arms to the left do anything.
They move some
Arm
copper from
10
down
is doing
to
a lot. Look at arm 10 go.
I mean, that's like the critical pillar of the solve. Everything breaks down without that one.
True.
So it's doing purification only tin and iron, projection only silver and gold, and some copper is done projection only, and some copper is done purification only.
There are no notes on this, on the
No,
solve.
the dancing arm is important. It does have a job.
It does.
Besides
Does silver copper at the end? And what does it do?
It helps output lead right at
Oh,
that.
I see. Yeah, I just saw it. Also, I noticed that we have gotten quite a few Chinese submitters too. If you want to, you can submit Chinese notes. I will be able to read them, I guess. Because I think half O-ring is Chinese. Because their contact information is an email address at qq.com.
You should probably make that announcement in Chinese.
可以啊，可以啊。如果你想要你那个 notes 怎么讲，突然忘了。反正你那个，如果你要告诉我什么的话，你可以用中文讲，也可以。我看得懂，读得懂。There, I did it in Chinese. Live Bist translation. Oh boy.
I'm
Half
sure
O-ring
all your
says, yes, you are right.
co-commentators were
Half O-ring is listening right
were
now.
secretly-
Hello. But yeah, peculiar projection pads. I cannot understand this solve. It is outputting at such a weird cadence as well. It's like almost putting all the copper at the very end. It's almost doing all the metals one at a time.
Yep.
And sometimes sometimes some metals get created opportunistically. Chinese cover of the Ravari's Road song when no. I won't be the person to do that, I'm sorry. Alright. Moving on, we have in 27th place at min rate. We're at min rate, everyone. 22 rate. And
Oh yeah.
1,815 cost. We have Merculius. The longest road.
25-weight tie. Here we come.
Now, in past weeks, we've seen lots of decoration from Weeklies.
Wow, we're looking at that once again. I love the extra
a-
lead and quicksilver arms. They're vibing.
It's like a little conga line. Oh.
This solve is amazing.
Oh, and it's teasing us with projection at the far right.
Yeah. Oh, and once it's done, it says done over here on the top. DONE.
Ah.
Wait, what?
Nice.
Were you just about to ask what that was?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask.
well, now you know. It says done. This is a great time to explain how optimal pure projection works, though. It's purify
There's some
all
vibes
lead,
of,
project everything else.
Has the vibes of a Steven solve.
It does have the vibes. Stephen originally made a solve for this puzzle, but she didn't submit, sadly. Well, we purified 10 out of 11 lead, true. And one of the lead has to go to the output. Unfortunately, Stephen has not submitted that solve. This is so sad. Alright. Moving on then. We have in 26th place at, wow, a huge drop in gold, 275 gold, we have Emilio. So it's only Paulus from here. Which I believe most of you all will have a lot more insights on the rate metric than I do. I've just been looking at the solves coming. The resetting hex arm, oh god, that is cursed.
Well, that's the instructions tertiary.
The instructions tertiary, will it matter? Hello Jasper has zero
At
insights
least it's
on rate.
overclock prevention.
It's overclock prevention, true. Which it
So the
seems
first thing I noticed with this.
Yeah?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, you can go ahead.
With arms 1 and 2, so they are both feeding lead into different sides of the purification clef. So as a consequence, you can't have only arm 1 feeding the lead output. If you did, you'd build up an excess of lead on one of the purification inputs, and
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to continue to solve indefinitely. So it's a little annoying with the shape of the purification glyph and the arms laid out as they are here that you have to spend 10G so that both arms have access to the purification glyph and the lead output.
This song
Whereas
also-
with Quicksilver, you don't have this issue because there's only one Quicksilver input to the projection glyph.
Yeah. Though there's several Quicksilver glyphs around here in this puzzle. What is going on?
Yeah.
Because the arm 4 is helping delivering a Quicksilver output too. This is some interesting projection methods right here that we're seeing. It's almost as if each individual arm has its own metal to take care of. Arm 5 is ridiculous. What does Arm 5 do?
Oh, the silver.
Arm 5 feeds Quicksilvers to different places sometimes. Arm 5 is helping.
Oh wait, no. No, I misread. Arm 5 is on that Quicksilver, it looks like.
I think I could probably up Mr. Puzzle's volume.
I'll also try moving the mic closer. And also just remembering to have a good speaking voice.
But yeah, a lot of the optimizations from here on out is that the arms will have, each arm will have more to do. Because like, for this solve, it does just seem like every single arm has its own job. which does inflate the cost quite a bit.
Well, I think our first cost drive is going to be having fewer glyphs.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. A lot of projection glyphs are expensive. They cost as much as an arm. Alright, next up, we have at 265 cost. We have, and 134 instructions, we have no longer breathe in. Sorry, can't make stream. Hex arms! Big hex arm! Well, that sure is one less projection glyph. You could say they cost you an arm and a leg. No, just an arm. Unless the leg is free.
Like,
There are no legs in Opus Magnum. True, legs don't exist. Have you seen any of the characters have any legs? Legs aren't real. So this solution has 3 arms dealing with the lead instead compared to the previous one. The previous solution has 2 arms dealing with the lead, 1 on the track. Arm 2 is doing not a whole lot compared to the rest of the arms in this solve. And we have better coordination of output. We have less arms in charge of outputting here as well. There's more reusage of arms in outputting, like in arm 7 and arm 9. Is this 1p? I think anything around 100 instructions or so is 1p, yeah. That seems to be the general range. Since arm 2 is there to just output the extra lead, this can be 1p quite easily, it seems. And there are also 3 arms to handle the Quicksilver as well, so yeah, it's quite easily 1p. Alright, moving on then. We have in 24th place at 230 cost and 218 instructions, Trixie Calchemy Alchemy Company. Oh wait, and No Longer Breathe In has notes. It's at Lola Pozula. I'll probably watch on YouTube later. Alright. Anyways, Trixie Calchemy Alchemy Company. What does this save compared to the previous solve? It's only got 1 projection.
It
still
has
has-
8 arms.
It has 8 arms. How many did the previous solution have?
9.
9? Oh yeah, it's 1 hex arm less. There's 3 lead arms, there's 3 Quicksilver arms, there's 1 output arm and 1 tin arm.
So arm 7 is putting the lead from arm 1 onto the output.
Yeah. Since this is a 2-piece solution and arm 1 and arm 2 have to alternate outputting. But when arm 1 does it, it can't put it in the same spot because of the awkward lead purification glyph setup we talked about before.
I guess you can save 4 instructions by letting arm 7 doing the move from the input to the output. But yeah.
There are actually a lot of notes for this puzzle, so for this solution, so I will start reading them. There's actually a few variations of this children's song in circulation, with different verses condemning Ravari to his fate in varying ways. There's also this version, which I just made up. An intriguing road, Ravari. Make a broken wheel with speed. For both inputs, Ravari, there's 11 that I'll need. It's a simple road, Ravari, till you take another look. Projection, dear Ravari, isn't all this puzzle took. It's a tricky road, Ravari. It's a trap projecting lead. You purify Ravari and project the tin instead. It's a rainbow road, Ravari. Tin is racing in too fast. As gold projects Ravari, we can output tin at last. It's still too fast, Ravari. Yet again we have to wait. We output lead, Ravari, so the engine operates. It's a lonely road, Ravari, and you face a lonely fate. It's bad for you, Ravari, but I finally have min rate. And then there's a line break to separate the lore from the soft notes. Discovering min rate was a journey and a half. I initially fell into the trap of purely projecting lead, as written in the poem, but slowly realized that I could be doing something with all that lead I wasn't pulling. After a few failed machines trying to project the upper metals while purifying the lower ones, while struggling to find the proper ratio, I realized, god damn it, there's somehow pure projection in this puzzle. With only quicksilver and lead as the inputs, you might initially think such a silly thing could be done away with, but no. Purifying lead into tin and projecting from there shaves one quicksilver pour from 5 of our 7 outputs. The 5th one is lead, but because we're no longer projecting lead to get it. For a rate of 22 to work, the purification glyph needs to be free nearly constantly. Luckily, outputting tin and lead lets us stall the purification process just enough for Arm 3 to operate without issue. As mentioned in the poem, we output tin while we're projecting up our gold, and projecting up to silver takes just 2 cycles too long, so that's when we output our lead. 220G is definitely possible. Arm 6 doesn't need to be on a track, and if I could find a good swing for it, but I can't find a good swing for it, and I don't want to rebuild my machine. I think the rest of the engine is essential, though. I think this score gives me a good chance at my first win in my alchemical career. That being said, if someone managed to get both min rate and min cost, that's awesome. Speaking of which, good luck to those placing above me. Signed, Trixie Kakumi, the Cheshire Alchemist. Getting min rate on a puzzle for real this time, actually. For real, though. 100% since 2025. You actually did it, though. You actually did get min rate.
So yeah, Trixie wanted to get rid of the track on Arm 6.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, oh no, I was gonna say anything. I was sipping water. You were saying?
Yeah, you can move Arm 3, the Hex arm, 1 to the left, move around the Quicksilver setup,
One to the left.
then have Arm 6. Yeah, you have to displace the Quicksilver a bit. The Quicksilver has to go down left, and then use Arm 6 to swing down and to the right.
There's a simpler way, I think.
And it was probably the simpler way.
Take Arm 6, keep it the same length, tuck it below Arm 2, and have it swing to the right. I'm pretty sure this works.
Make it length 3. Okay, swing to the right. Yes, that looks good to me.
Look at it go. We did it. We
And
found
then of
it.
course, yeah.
Hoorah.
It was much
Nice.
simpler, yes.
Live tinkering on stream. Does 10G matter? Oh, it does. It does matter. Moving on, we have... Oh, it would have gotten... Okay. Alright, moving on, we have in 23rd place at 225 gold, we have Greenfield. 225 gold and 240 instructions. Rate small. That do be small. We are now down to 7 arms. But a whole lot more track though. There's 2 arms each there's 2 arms for each of the inputs. There's one lead arm, not one lead arm, 2 tin arms. Just 2 arms dealing with tin. One to output and one to send it off to the projector. Jam, I've been mentioning instruction for every single solve that has come up so far.
That's because tertiary always matters.
It always matters.
We like tertiary.
But yeah, I suppose this one saves on the previous solve by having less arms dealing with the input. It's only 2 arms for input now, but with a few extra track. What if we got rid of tertiary and had peace and love on planet Earth? There will be a lot of ties in this peaceful and loveful Earth that you speak of. Tertiaries do matter. They matter quite a bit.
Question is, will we get the predicted tertiary ties?
Yeah, I wanna, since we haven't seen any yet, I wanna know how many ties everyone thinks there's going to be, including in the other metric. And what's the largest?
15-way tie for second. That's my
15-way
prediction.
tie for second. I was about to ask what what the largest tie people thinks that there is going to be as well, but I think you answered that question.
15 ways sounds a bit too much.
Well, if it's 15-way, it's coming up soon because we're in 23rd place right now. Secondary tie counter, you're gonna be counting a lot. There's a lot of those. But yeah, next up,
I'm gonna be bold and predict a single tertiary tie in each metric.
in each metric. Okay. Also, Greenfield has notes.
1 pair in each.
Says a slight rearrangement with a piston also removed. 10G cheaper. Alright, next up we have in 22nd place at 22 rate. Wow. At 22nd place at 22 rate and 220 gold at 222 instructions. That's a lot of twos.
Wait. Sorry. Please tell me this got 22nd.
Yes, this got 22nd.
Oh my god. Wait till you guys see
work.
this shit.
2 was all the way down.
Everyone who submitted, I want you to know you helped contribute to making them as beautiful.
RPO, it was fucking
I got
worth
made
it.
a 222
RPO.
cost as well.
RPO, this was worth it. Beautiful.
The notes say,
Classification
justice
bonus.
has 2 sides like this coin. We flip for it. Rate man. We flip for it, rate man. Good heads. We leave the solve alone, submit as is to stay competitive, to show off what 2 heads can do. Bad heads. We sandbag the solve by inflating the secondary for the chance that scaffolds are enabled for chaos. King. It looks like you got the bad.
22nd. We got 22nd place. Oh my god. It's perfect.
Congratulations, Mr. Puzzle. Beautiful.
This is
Absolutely
truly
beautiful.
And this banked on me having scaffolding open too, but the parser doesn't care. The parser ignores that scaffolding exists. But it says 222
so these
on my
extra
screen right
glyphs
here.
would be 1G each, or?
Yeah, these are scaffolding glyphs. What you can do with them is that you can just grab one.
Yeah, it spawns an atom for whatever purposes into the board. This atom type is unreactive and does nothing, so it's a lot cheaper than all the other ones.
It's a part of a mod called the scaffolding mod, where you can just have these atoms laying around. It proved useful in one of our weeks last year.
Yeah, I think I installed the mod loader yesterday only.
There's a ton of very useful mods. This was useful for a computation like puzzle, and it's probably useful for actual computation puzzles too. Which is
I
coming
guess a
up next
speed
month.
up would have been helpful for ice dwarfs before.
Oh yeah.
Why did I never do that?
Yeah, it's really convenient. I also find it funny that I think you made this Mr. Puzzle and then you just decided to grant cost to all these different outputs.
Yeah,
The
yeah. I
different
made each. Well,
scaffolding. Adam.
yeah. The reasoning behind it was like some atoms are more useful than others if you start with it on the board. Like a simple example would be if you're trying to do like purified gold cycles. Obviously, a gold scaffold would be a lot more useful than the other ones because you could just grab the gold and output it immediately.
Purified gold is scaffolding. They're just 6 arms outputting 6 scaffolded gold. Min cycles. But alright. Next off, moving on from this wonderful 22nd place solve, we have in 21st place at also 220 gold, but 126 instructions, Fennel. Now, I didn't actually pay attention to that much attention to the previous solve. This is interesting,
It's
though.
one calcification glyph less.
This is interesting. It doesn't have a hexarm. We've been seeing hexarms all this time, but this solve just doesn't have one. It's choosing to output differently. It has one arm which I cannot see. Arm 6. Arm 6 is handling the outputs of 3 of the metals. Arm 9 is handling copper only. And Arm 3 is handling tin in both directions. We are back to 3 arms per input though. Interesting how this is cheaper than all the other 3 arms per input solves we've been seeing before. I guess this is it. I guess it isn't cheaper. We have this is equal to Trixie Kagami's solve if we remove the track. So that does make sense. But yeah, shades we can go from here. The most obvious one would be trying to have less arms per input. 2 arms per input only. And we'll see how people deal with that. The notes say, I'm pulling every reagent every 2 cycles, so clearly this is min primary, right? Right? Edit. Okay, I did the pure projection math, and unless I made a mistake, it actually is min. It is min, congrats! Alright, next up we have in 20th place at 210 cost and 252 instructions. Not great. Basic RG, copy. We're back to 2 projection glyphs, what? The notes say, quite certainly not optimal, but this looks like a fun level to solve. And it was. I'm glad you liked it. Now, what on earth is this solve doing?
That is a lot of track and glyphs.
That is quite some track looping you've got there. Track loop in this economy. I am not capable of comprehending how the arms coordinate all these different metals.
I don't know other people's solution process, but mine was basically, okay, I'll do the gold output. I did it. I move it to the output. Okay, I'll do the next one, and then I hit loop at the end, and it worked. So
It's
maybe
easier
the
to
same
start
approach
from
was used
gold.
here.
Yeah, what is the order of
But-
everyone's metal processing?
I did gold, then tin. Well, okay, lead is whenever. So gold, and then tin, and then silver, and then iron, and then copper.
My approach was to see, okay, per 2 lead inputs, which equals 1 tin, we get 2 quicksilver, so copper is the most natural thing to do. And then I try to do all the other things in pairs, adding up to 8, so gold and tin and iron and silver.
That
Always
is a very
together in
smart way to
pairs.
think about it.
Yep. Alternate high and low.
Yeah. This solve, let me start from the beginning and see what order it actually does it in. It does gold first, and then silver, and then copper, twice, and then silver, and then iron, and then gold, and then iron. This is crazy, yo.
Yeah, doing high metals first means you're sort of running a deficit of quicksilver and
yeah.
surplus of metals.
Mm-hmm.
Which is possible when you have 2 projection glyphs and this much space to work with.
Yeah.
Oh, Hello Jasper is saying it does a 10 as well with the gold. So then
Oh
that,
yeah.
that
I
is
saw
also
that, but I
high
cannot pronounce 2 words at the same time. Is it possible to get your hands on all these solves so you can do a leaderboard after the stream with most popular metal output orders? Sure, I'll enable it after the stream. Alright, next up we have a host solve. In would-be 20th place, Panic and Gooey. Merge solution. This is our host solve. It ended up in 20th. And we thought this was pretty good at the time. Even though, the note says playtest solve. I'm sure it goes lower. Oh, yes it does. It does go lower. But yeah, we're back to sane output methods. Having a hex arm output things simultaneously. But because this has 2 projection glyphs though, it can't exactly fit in 4 outputs on the hex arm as a lot of the other solves we've been seeing has done. I don't know if it's a lot, but like a lot of solves has 4 outputs on the hex arm. Over here we have arm 6 dealing with arm 3 both deals with handing the tin to projection and also with outputting. Arm 6 does the outputting of tin and iron. And we have 2 arms each for each of the inputs, with an extra track for each of the inputs. Avenged Ruler says Skyhawk and them had pretty much the exact same solve before. Yeah. So yeah, this was our test to see was raid fun? It was. So we threw it at you all. I hope you all had fun. We did not playtest instructions. Not that
What?
I can recall.
What?
What, do you think we're responsible hosts? No. Where the heck
Okay,
does it go from here?
who thought free space instructions? Well, okay, hey, I should wait. I should hold my
Everybody
horses.
does. This puzzle was designed for it.
Play test it. Oh,
We started with what would be a fun puzzle for free space instructions, then we came up with this puzzle. We didn't decide the puzzle for, we didn't decide the metric for this puzzle for instructions. The metric decided the puzzle.
all right.
But you know, if you want to blame someone, it might have been panic.
There'll be plenty of time in the second half of the stream to blame people.
Alright, next up in 19th place we have 200 cost and 230 instructions. Event Ruler and Skyhawk. How does it get better? Or for one, you can have one less track. That's what this solve does. It's two less
Yep.
track because Quicksilver doesn't have an extra track.
Still 2 projection glyphs.
Yeah. Turns out you don't need one of those tracks. Yeah, true. Event Rulers is in the chat. How many ties can we stack on this bad boy? None so far. None so far.
Did we already have a secondary tie? No.
Yeah, we've had secondary ties, haven't we? Technically, Panic and Gooey tied with Not Great. Oh, and Fennel with-
Right, yeah.
I mean, on the technicality, Fennel did not tie with Mr. Arpeozo. Because of that 2 extra cost. But yeah, and Panic and Gooey tied with Not Great, but Panic and Gooey are also not scoring, so... I guess in a way you could say we haven't had a secondary tie before.
See, we skipped over 205G, and I'm guessing we are not going to see any more odd costs here on out.
No, there's more coming
Maybe.
up.
Okay, I take it back.
But yeah, this solve, what it does better is it has a better layout of projection and saves tracks needed to output the Quicksilver that the previous solve does. Otherwise, it's largely the same thing, but it outputs tin more opportunistically. You know, if there were ever errors of outputting the wrong thing into outputs, this solve would have a horrible time. I think Zach originally wanted that to be a thing if you outputted the wrong thing onto an output.
Ouch.
Oh god, no output conditionals, yeah. Imagine. Anyways, the notes say... Skyhawk says, tried making ARM 6 longer so it can handle that output, but couldn't figure it out. But yeah. So like, and for a lot of the later solves, there could be saves, like for example with ARM 2, like, as Skyhawk says, you can have other arms, which, like ARM 6, which is doing mostly nothing, try to output leg for you. That's one of the other saves you can do. But alright, next up, we have an 18th place at, as people predicted, 195 gold. We have a new submitter. Oh, 195 gold and 132 instructions. We have a new submitter, 比方飞雪. With their solution, 新解决方案一复制. These are the Chinese players I've been speaking of.
Welcome, new submitter.
Also, YB1, I do not have a solve of yours, I am sorry.
ARM 7 is the only ARM outputting LED?
Oh,
Then
That's
it could
clever.
sing instead of translate.
yeah, but ARMS... ARM 7 is also outputting Quicksilver too.
Well, but
Oh yeah.
one track can be saved.
One track can be saved if we do this instead. We're doing a lot of tinkering.
I see.
Like this.
Oh, you better have some right swings to go with his left swing. You have to change some of the minuses to right swings to balance
Yeah,
the
the
left
first
swings.
minus should be the
Okay.
second minus should not be needed.
The only thing better than having live tinkering is having live tinkering by committee. With Streamline.
Oh god.
No, the
Okay,
second
now try-
output is the Quicksilver. That one should not be changed.
We did it, I guess. This is now 新解决一方案，复制。Light tinkering with a lot of fails and crashes. Yippee. But yeah, what? This is 5 cost better than previous solve. It does by not having a hex arm, I suppose. Yeah, and it takes out a hex arm and has a and takes out and adds 1 extra track. So yeah, 5 costs less. May actually return the soft to its original form. Over here, ARM 6 is a whole lot busier because there's no hex arm outputting the metals for you. ARM 6 basically has to output. ARM 6? Yeah, ARM 6 doing a lot. It can fit in all of those outputs though. Into its tape loop. Is these circles between Chinese characters a bug of display? You once saw it unsubmitted. So the Panic and I tried to figure it out, and it appears that they only appear when you generate a solution. You get so it only appears in 解决方案 E, and any copies of it. The circles are just somehow there for some reason, but they're not visible in game. Because anything that's not, I guess, a valid character is not there. So yeah, it is Opus Magnum's fault. Opus Magnum actually has this in the actual solution file. Except it doesn't show up here, and Panic and I were guessing that it's probably some debug shit left in there, because you can remove him. The solution still works fine without it. It's not some kind of spacing text either. Spacing character, as we might have guessed either. So it might just be left there from debugging and never fixed. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask Zach for that.
Also, is the solution name the Chinese equivalent of new solution 1 copy?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
This is a generated solution name, and that is why it has the circles. Do you need to press backspace an extra time when editing? No, when you type the actual name out yourself, it does not generate those circles. Not that typing Chinese is easy in game anyways, because this game does not have IME support. So you don't see what you're typing when you're typing Chinese. Alright, moving on. We have at 190 gold, 5 gold cheaper, Cuckoo 52, and 122 instructions. So even with our tinkering, that previous solve would not have beaten this one. We're back to hex arms. So hex arm is back, but we're We've taken the concept of having an arm output to both lead and quicksilver and have it now without the track included. New solution 157 solutions in 1 week. I refuse to believe that this is actually 157 solution from Cuckoo52.
And here we see the problem that Arm 4 can't do the task Arm 3 is doing as well, because it would need 7 spots, 5 outputs, the projection and the purification cliff.
Yeah. Because there's too many metal outputs, and there's only there's 7 places Arm 4 wants to grab. Unfortunately, we're not playing Panic's version of Opus Magnum.
I spent most of the week just really wishing I had a sept arm.
Are you the person who told me that, or did you also tell me that you wish there was a sept arm?
I also told you that, but yeah.
I didn't say that. I was just thinking that so loudly everyone could hear me.
Rolomni messaged me as well saying, I wish there was a sept arm in this puzzle. I don't know if that was for this metric though. Maybe it was.
Sept arm on the other
maybe it
was.
was.
Would be interesting.
Unfortunately, we're not playing Panic's version of Opus Magnum with
but yeah, it was for this metric.
Panic made hyperbolic Opus Magnum?
Panic made hyperbolic Opus Magnum. Yeah. It's somewhere out there. You have to try to go find it.
It's like
area solves and crazy.
Isn't it like a secret thing on the Critelli site?
There's a lot of secret websites on the Critelli site. Panic has a website, and anything he makes is now on Critelli.technology. It's a website he has. He posts everything he makes on there now.
Indy has a fine suggestion in the chat of a doze arm that does lengths 1 and 2 or 2 and 3.
Ooh.
I want it so long as you can use the piston movements to swap the in and out rings.
So like this?
then I'm on board.
Wait, no, I can't overlap these. This is so sad. Oh, there we go. Like that? Biblically accurate arm. I can't actually run the solution now, it'll crash immediately.
Someday Opus Magnum 2.0 is going to come out and it's just going to be length 4 arms is the only change.
Is RM not Opus Magnum 2.0? I think it's close enough.
I just want length 4 arms.
Lots of people have wanted lead 4 arms at times.
Yeah.
I think the most useful addition would be a knight's arm.
Oh yeah, lots of people want knight's arms as well. Or arms being able to grab arms. Length 0 arms. This is in Space Camp. We don't have length 0 arms.
How about arms with a tringle base? So it has a 3-hex base, and the arm base sits in the center of the tringle.
Ooh.
Alright, I take it back.
And it's limited to 60-degree rotations only?
There's definitely been times I
120.
just need a rotation. I really need a rotation that's centered on hex corner.
Oh no, it's still just 60, but like I was thinking it can only do 100-degree rotations, but you're imagining it can still do 60-degree ones, and it's just atoms floating there in between hexes. That is cursed. Alright, next up, we have in 16th place at 180 gold already. We're dropping again. At 229 instructions, we have 4.
Boo!
That's a big hex arm right there.
Wait, this is what I submitted?
This is what I have
Oh.
for you.
This is not what I thought I submitted.
What did you submit?
Let me just check if it. What's my secondary? Okay, what I thought I submitted is a completely different layout, but it's a tertiary. I just moved things around and made it prettier.
Did you change the tertiary?
It's the same score. No. It's
No,
the
okay.
same score and everything.
Well, it won't matter then. All right, so
Basically, I thought like what Hello Jasper said. Why so big? And I like cleaned it up and tidied it.
how do you make this smaller? I don't want to tinker with right now. I don't have enough tinkering this stream. The notes say, I have
Well,
a
it's just-
170
There's no
cost.
reason. Yeah.
Or do you want to read the notes?
I don't remember what they said.
All right. The notes say, I have a 170G version, but it produces iron, copper, silver in the wrong ratio. Maybe someone else found a way to make it work. Maybe. Do you
Yeah,
believe that
so I hit
secondary
one-
ties all the way down?
No, not with what Biggie said in the chat. I hit 180G pretty much straight away. Yeah, this is my submission day of. And then I just spent the rest of the week, does this 170 layout work? No. Does this 170 layout work? I just kept trying every different way I could put 170G into this. And I did find one that solved, but you just can't get it to the right ratio. So.
I do believe this is our first hex arm lead loading arm.
I think so too, yes.
Yeah. So this is
Yeah, I spent a long. Yeah.
this is what saves gold from the previous solution. I think.
It requires ARM1 to output 2 LEDs one after each other to not mess up.
Yep.
So it is the
What
same
else
cost
it
as if you had
saves?
arm 2 on a track, right?
Right, but you
That
get
is
instruction
true.
saves.
Yeah, you do get instruction saves.
Yeah, all those instructions I saved clearly helped.
Clearly.
Well,
I mean,
if you need 2p,
Yeah, this is 2P'd. I guess you can, if you put it on a track, then it is 1P'able. I'm not sure. I didn't think about instructions. If the title is not clear, when I was calculating rate out on paper, I calculated it to be 22/7 because I was calculating in outputs, not in output sets.
Yeah, wrong puzzle. That's 22/7 is
And-
Arcorite.
And 22/7, of course, being pi. And then I had to shoehorn in a 4 somewhere. So, of course, that recalls the Indiana Pi bill, which was a failed bill that almost passed in Indiana that would have made pi equal to 4 in Indiana.
They fucking
Uh-huh.
what? What the
What?
fuck?
I remember hearing that story. I thought they were going to change it to 3 though. But
I think there are
Regardless,
multiple interpretations
what the
of the
fuck?
contents of that bill.
You know, pi is obviously 4 because if you keep pointing in the corners of a square, it approaches a circle, right?
well, that's
All right, I will. I know we have 15 better solves left to see in this stream, but I will digress at least a little bit to explain that, of course, squaring the circle is known to be impossible in straight edge and compass constructions. And some guy in Indiana thought he came up with a solution, but like mathematicians weren't believing him. And he had a friend who was in the legislature of Indiana. This might be wildly inaccurate. This is my memory of it. And he had his friend write a bill saying that his proof worked. And the people in the legislature are like, sure, why not? Let's pass this. Until some, word got out to a mathematician that Indiana was doing this, and they gave a heartfelt speech at the legislature, like, guys, this is dumb. Anyhow, if you read his proof, and you interpret his proof, like obviously it's flawed, it has errors. But if you ignore their errors, you can derive all sorts of nonsense like pi equals 4 out of it because the proof is clear.
Amazing.
So,
Alright. We were talking about instructions, right? Instruction saves? Moving on, at 228 instructions, we have Gary.
yeah, I was afraid of that.
How
Where
does
is the
this
instruction
happen?
save?
I want to know.
This doesn't even use the hex arm loading, even though you said that saved instructions.
This
so how
is quite different.
it is?
This is not like my solve at all.
How is this only one I different? I guess there's only a certain amount of things you need to do, and I believe most of the instruction difference comes down to the order of metal outputting. But yeah, it's insane that this is only one instruction off from from yourself.
Would have been funny if it had been a complete tie with two really different solutions.
Like us in the weekly chat, we were discussing why like cases like this happen where there are only like a few instructions off, and like in the end, I think it was decided that this is the cause of the different order of outputting metals, and some orders of outputting metals results in less instructions than others, but not everybody tried all of them.
Yeah, I
But
made
then
no attempt to optimize tertiary.
Yeah, but then again, this solve is entirely different from the other one, so there are probably way more other reasons that this solve has less instructions than the other one, in probably complicated ways. That is an interesting triumph, though. And ARM 6 is handling more than just the outputting of tin. Also, we're in the top half already? Let's go.
Also, we don't have a 15-way tie, apparently.
We don't have a fit. Well, yeah, true. We're not staring at first place right now.
Don't worry, there's still one more metric for that.
Alright. Next up, at 216 instructions, we're still in the 180G bracket. Suck boy. This is peculiar. ARM 6 is outputting both lead and tin. Is it? No, it's just delivering lead faster. It's hard to tell what ARM... No, ARM 6 does output lead. Yeah, no, that's what that is what it does. It outputs lead, it outputs tin.
That's a nice combination, and then ARM 3 has its 6 positions mapped out.
Yeah, I felt that there were 3 exceptional outputs: the lead output, the tin output, and the quicksilver output. And if you can find a way to have one ARM do more than one of those, that will save you effort.
Yeah. I feel like the ones that... And sometimes the tin is just included in the other metals. Lumped in with the other metals. Because, you know, you can have setups like this where Arm 3 is grabbing tin directly from the purification. So if it doesn't get projected, it can go straight to the output. Within
And
the
if
same
you have a
arm.
septum.
Yeah, and if you have a septarm, true. And next up, we have in 13th place, at 214 instructions, we have Team Transcendental Brick. God. Whoever said tertiaries mattered, look at where we are now. This looks basically like the previous solve, but smaller. Except it doesn't have a dedicated tin arm, it has a dedicated gold arm. There are a lot of notes,
Yeah.
let me start reading them. There's probably a way to cut the sixth arm by turning one of them other arms into a multi-arm that also does its job, but that's really difficult to do. Doing that would bring them in to around 170 C. I'm sure by C you mean cost and G. 170 G, which does seem like vaguely reasonable min cost. There's always the chance that 160 G is possible if you cut the track, but that's in the completely nonsense but at the same time still theory possible min cost here. As for the solve, it's extremely annoying to tinker with, so I don't want to bother improving it anymore. On a surface level, it seems like you have barely any breathing room, as both lead is being merged into tin at input rate and quicksilver is being purified at input rate. Purified? Projected. Thankfully, or unfortunately, depending on how much fun you had this puzzle, you can adjust what the hex arm rotates to leave metals being promoted for a shorter or longer period of time, and also store a small amount of lead on top of the glyph of purification, or projection. I keep forgetting which is which. If you pay attention to the solve, you'll see that the hex arm produces metals in order of copper, gold, tin, gold, iron, silver, copper, iron, 2 of each metal, so the ratios work out. Alternating between high and low metals is essential for this layout, so you don't have too many or not enough lead stored. Outputting tin is the hardest, as you need to output quicksilver to the side at the same time to slip the metal through without it getting promoted, and to have lead stored and ready in order for the hex arm to instantly grab a second tin, so you don't have an empty gripper, which will result in a quicksilver collision later. Gold is also difficult to make, as you're very likely to run out of space to store lead while the hex arm is stationary for so long. However, with a little bit of trial and error, this layout can work. Even if my version of the solve is a bit jank, there's not much method to the order of the metals being produced. I'm expecting a lot of ties or semi-ties for rate, as it doesn't seem like there's a lot of wiggle room for rate solves without a wheel carrying all the metals, but I'm glad to be proven wrong. Well, if semi-ties you mean secondary ties, then yeah, there's a lot of them. But we haven't seen an actual tie yet.
Having lead buffered up on the purification glyph is really clever, and I'm wondering if that could have saved some of my failed 170Gs, because I constantly ran into the problem that the notes talked about, where I couldn't get the next metal onto the projection in time. So,
yeah,
nice method.
Yeah, you can load up the purification glyph even if it isn't possible to output yet. And that is a tech you can use. And it probably allows for more freedom in timing.
Yep, very nice.
So, what we see here, 2 places to shave, as Dark Freight points out. The track, arm 6. If you can save those 2, that's 20 gold further down from here. Alright, next up, we have our first secondary drop in a while. And also our first tie, because we're going straight to 11th place at Sergi D and Ebenov.
Wow, congratulations.
At 170 G and 256 instructions, we're looking at Sergi D first.
I really thought we were going to be hanging out at 180 for a while. It seemed such a natural point to head.
So what does this do? It doesn't have an X arm, it has a single arm.
Interesting, no hex arm. I mean, I felt 170 is a natural thing to have, but no hex arm is interesting.
I am assuming that the other natural thing at 170 is not having the track and having the hex arm. But yeah, Sergi D says in the notes, unless I fucked up, this should be min R. You won't catch me dead attempting IN unmodded. Given this is min glyphs and roughly min arms, getting lower G would require heavy trial and error by using multi-arms. Given the arm that delivers tin cannot be a standalone hex arm due to access point restrictions, min G probably involves having one of the Quicksilver metal arms deliver both. Hex arm plus track to deliver tin and output, the rest of the metals can beat this due to fewer I. Someone probably gets it. Yeah, and the other, tied 11th place solve. Tracked. We still no hex arms. I feel like this is an identical solve,
This is
but
the
more
same
compact.
solve.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the same solve.
looks like it.
Ebonov has no notes. Yeah,
We can just read 30D's notes again.
No.
It's the same solve.
But this is better if we consider area, but we don't have quarter rounds around here. Alright. Moving on, we have also at 170 gold and 226 instructions we have Biggie! Top 10! Biggie!
That's an early biggie.
Whoa.
Hex arm. It's back.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I'm really surprised, yeah.
And this is a hex arm that does both lead inputting, moving to projection, and outputting.
Ooh.
And Arm 4 does both the Quicksilver outputting and the lead outputting.
Huh? It is incredible.
Yeah, this is delightful.
This is incredible. It's not it looks similar to a lot of the previous solves and what we're expecting, but it isn't what we're expecting. The sharing of the loads between the different arms is just all different.
Yeah, Arm 1 is pretty unique.
Arm 1 is unique, but it works.
Yeah.
Didn't
There's so-
Biggie?
there's so-
So,
Go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
I shall
just wanted
decide.
to mention. I just
Mr.
wanted to
Puzzle,
mention
go
that
ahead.
Arm 4 is doing some pretty cool work because it loads it outputs the lead. Sure. It outputs the Quicksilver.
Too.
But it's also buffering the Quicksilver.
Yeah.
And that took a while for me to notice.
You see a hover of the output and be like, psych, I'm not dropping this shit.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what Biggie wrote in the chat, but I think she felt like she had good odds of winning, but also predicted that she was going to beat some people in a tie.
Well, now the question
and
is,
just
if
snuck
Biggie
ahead
goes to
of a
drink milk-
tertiary tie.
Well, she did. She
Where
beat
was
two
that?
people.
So she beat a tertiary, just snuck ahead of the tertiary tie. So good job on that, at least. But yeah, I'm surprised.
Now the question is, how many glasses of milk does Biggie have to drink? Biggie's bet is 1 glass of milk per 10 cost per submitter with 10 cost less than she has in rate
Ooh.
at min rate. That is.
Right. Otherwise, Inviventus would be contributing quite a lot of mana.
Yeah. Hi, Biggie. Do you want to join? Do you want to join the VC? We are looking at your solve in 10th place. I'll wait for Biggie to respond. People have been going hard this weekly. They have. No, don't say Biggie is washed up. This is still
I
an
don't
amazing
know
solve.
who we have left because we've been seeing lots of good submitters already in the standings.
Well, first of all, we
Still
have
9 people to
Malami
go.
in this chat, in this VC right now. That's still, holding out. Rebix has been confident, and, yeah, who else? Kazian has
Kazian
been
is,
confident.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see,
I
let
wonder
me
if
go
there's
through
any
the...
dupe.
Let me
up
go
in
through the
the
list
top.
of the remaining people who... No, I can't, because I could look at the order. I'm not reading through this list.
reading the next 9 people in no particular order.
In alphabetical order, we have Bambi and... Look, this is hard to sort. there's Bambi in there.
Why don't we... Unless Biggie's joining us in the chat,
Biggie can
why don't
just
we
join,
see them?
right?
I see Kazian predicting top 8. If this is a fresh prediction made right now, that is a very
No, they did it
Very
in
recent.
the channel like yesterday.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. And we'll see.
Alright, so how do you get better than Biggie? Well, we can do it by cutting 6 instructions first. We have in 9th place, which push at 220 cost. Not cost, instructions. That 220 cost, we saw that a while ago. So this is the 170s we were expecting. It took us a while to get here, but here it is.
Yeah. This looks like one of my very first thoughts.
But yeah, this is the sauce we were expecting. A hex arm that delivers to projection and to the outputs. 2 arms that deal with Quicksilver, 2 arms that deal with lead. And 1 arm to output the extra lead and do something else. That something else can be... most of the time it's either also outputting Quicksilver or also outputting tin. Or just outputting any excess metal that couldn't fit within the hex arm. There are no notes to this off. So next up, we have 2 instructions better than this. At 218 instructions, we have Sai looks away. Surely Minji. No, Minji is 50. I'm sorry, Sai looks away. So, same thing, except we're sending over the 10 this time. Have we not? Oh no, we've seen one tie. We've seen the tie already. Repix says this looks identical to myself. Well, you're one instruction better. In the 7th place, we have 217 instructions. Repix.
Well done.
Don't ask me where the single instruction is. I don't know.
Now I'm curious what was the instruction count on my very first solve. I don't want to count.
Best solution name yet. A new solution. One coffee, coffee, coffee. We've been looking at largely identical. I want to know where this instruction is. It's probably an extra instruction in here somewhere.
Yeah, good luck.
Hex Arm 3. No, Hex Arm 3 does, not... Saves 2... Silex Away is here. Saves 2i on the I2 arm. Loses 1 on the Hex Arm. I see. Do you mean I2 as in 10? L2. L2. Okay. Interesting. all of these instruction shaves are brutal. Single instructions causing causing a difference in placement. Corporate has asked you to identify the difference between this solve and this solve. They're the same solve. Alright, next up we have in 6th place. At 206 instructions, we have Team Hello Jazzian. Tertiaries mattered. Wow, they've been mattering a lot. What is the solution? Why do I see a tri-arm on a track?
Oh, to grab iron off of arm 1, off of the hex.
I see. It's merged with the helper arm. Yeah. Unfortunately, also still needs to be on a track, so it's still 170 gold. Fewer instructions, it sure is.
Even 2 places better than predicted.
What was predicted was 8th place, yeah.
Wait a. Oh. I don't think arm 2 needs to be on track.
It doesn't.
It has to reach the LED output and the other side of the purification of the purifier.
Oh yeah, yep, never mind. Arm 3 also outputs lead. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah. When will we see arm 3 and 5 be replaced by a multi-arm for an eye save? I mean, there's still 5 solves to go. But alright, next up, we have. Oh, wait, there's notes. Let's say, I found some hints about track multi-arms bringing this lower than 170G, but couldn't decipher them, so we're still doing the tertiary war. And it's been a war, alright.
When did 170 start?
170 started
Was it
in
11th place?
11, yeah. The tied 11th
Yeah.
solutions.
So 7 solutions at least with 170.
We are seeing there are at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 solved. Yeah, you just said that. 7 solved so far at 170G, and there's more to come because next up, in 5th place, we have as 201 instructions, Bambi. A tight ship. Yeah, area doesn't count, I get it. The notes say, sincerely hope that it balls it up and this is actually min right. The small hex arm is a nice way of ensuring both purifier inputs are evenly covered when the lens needs to be output. Tin output is synchronized with mercury output to avoid overloading the protection glyphs when the metal is absent. So instead of having an arm be a tri-arm to output, over here we have
6 arm on track.
a hex arm on a track. Yeah, we moved the track. We moved the track on what would be arm 4 in this solution to arm 3 in this solution.
Yeah, I sent this a message 2 hours before stream saying I'm gonna try putting the hex arm on track to get to 170G, and maybe I should have, because I definitely didn't do that when I said I was going to.
Maybe you should have, and you would have been in somewhere near here in placement.
Well,
God,
Who knows
10G
what my
difference is
instructions
is so brutal. Oh, yeah, this is the sept arm
but the
everybody's been looking for.
Yeah.
Technically has way more than sept. It can do up to 12, but
I feel like the real tension in the air does lower than 170 exist, and I do not know.
Somebody's staying awfully quiet. Alright, next up, we have in 4th place at 197 instructions, we have Zorflax. Zorflax! It's Zorflax competing. The notes say,
Woohoo!
I smashed out 180G in like an hour and a half. Took me about 3 times as long to cut 10G. The reason for that is the somewhat delicate output sequence. Arm 3's anti-clockwise rotation has to be set up beforehand by strategically timing the output of the iron. Then it's just a matter of fine-tuning the instructions until the gold-silver atoms don't ruin everything. Couldn't tell you where to begin with the tertiary. Wouldn't be surprised if that costs me. 160G seems barely out of reach, but if it's possible, then I'm excited to see how it was done. Update. Less excited now that I have better tissue on it. All I know is that Biggie's certain she's got min, and I'm not. And you know what they say about not being sure you have min? Well, I'm glad to tell you that you won't be eating any tissues today, Zorflax, because you beat Biggie.
Didn't I literally send you this exact picture
Let me go
2
back.
hours before stream?
Look at our DMs.
It's like this, but I had the quicksilver on bottom instead of the top. Other than that,
Oh
it's like
yeah.
and I said, "Oh, it doesn't program. It doesn't work."
To be
Or
fair,
fool me.
Zorflax said it was quite complicated to get it to program.
Well done, Zorflex. First we've seen him since he pulled a first place out of nowhere in was it week 2?
I don't remember. What was week 2?
Whichever the mustache one was.
Oh yeah. That was Kazan's puzzle. Yeah. Sand. Yeah. Sand of suspension. Yeah. But yeah, this is having the Quicksilver input arm be combined with the extra metal output arm. That's interesting. The Quicksilver input and the Quicksilver output arm and the the extra metal output arm are combined into the same arm. Well, I'm also glad to tell Zorflax that his tertiaries not optimizing his tertiaries did not matter, because this is the best 170 G solve we have.
Ooh.
Oh, congratulations.
Moving
You
on,
did it.
in third place, we have at 165 gold, Genie Jambot 69.
Whoa, that's an unexpected number.
What the fuck is this?
I'm so curious.
Soft title by
Single
Genius
track
42.
with
Whoa.
2 arms?
Alright,
Yeah.
let me read the
Combining the
notes.
two possible tracks.
Soft title by Genius 42. Strangely, I spent more of my time on this metric than I did on instructions. Jammu was unable to play for most of the week because she was on a boat, so instead she sent layouts drawn on paper for me to tinker with. Unfortunately, all of our work proved basically worthless when we realized we could just put the hex arm on a track and give it enough access points to output all the metals. Thanks to Jammu for the
Still not
motivation
big
to
for
keep
Biggie,
working.
right?
Without her, I would have given up 30G a go. Well, I mean, if Biggie wants to drink half the milk, she could if she wants to.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's fantastic.
It is. This is beautiful, truly.
Quite nice to combine these two tracks.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So it's
I
really
would have expected you would have that you
Oh,
would
and
have put
all
most of the
5
metal
metals output
outputs.
simultaneously.
Yeah. I would have put them on the right position, but no, just put them all in the left position because why not? It still works.
This solve is amazing. I love it. This is the only 165 cost solve we have, though.
Really?
Really, yeah. Next up, we have at 160 cost and 197 instructions Rolomni.
Yay!
Oh, well, congratulations on second. That's fantastic.
So here, the lead delivery arm is used to output as well. It's that easy. It's that simple. Look at it.
Cool.
Rolomni, you want to read your own notes?
I don't have them open right now. I guess
Alright,
you
I'll
can
read
read
them.
it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Rolomni says, my first solve of the puzzle was a full throughput 170 cost, which turned out to be rather easy to get cost. But didn't feel optimal. Very quickly I figured out a layout for 160G, but didn't get the programming part right. Only the next day I managed to put everything together and ended up with the solution. Sadly, Arm 3 cannot output all the metals, as it only has 3 grab points, as I couldn't get purification done with 2 normal arms, as both arms would have to have access to the lead input and output to not disturb the 1-to-1 ratio required for the purification. This meant I needed to figure out how Arm 3 can hand one output over to the lead handling multi-arm. To get the timing right was the hardest part. In the end, the metals are produced in the order copper, tin, gold, silver, tin, gold, iron, silver, iron. With Arm 1 setting aside 2 iron while Arm 2 outputs the 2 copper. I can't roll out 150G, but didn't really try to investigate further after finding my solve.
No, that's about it.
Yeah.
I feel like if you have this solve and you write that you can't rule out 150G. That's like me saying I can't save an instruction off of my instructions submission. Like
Well, I didn't
150G.
investigate. I had the solution, submitted it, and then never looked at rate again.
So long
like
you
I
put a
can't
lot of effort into the
imagine
instructions. Well,
Somehow
even-
combining
a bit more.
considering.
Quicksilver and lead arm, maybe, I don't know. I wouldn't know how. So yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we do have one more solve to look at. Next up, we have in first place, at also 160 gold, and
Okay.
190 instructions.
Hmm.
That's quite a lot of instructions.
Well, it's 7 less than yours.
Yeah. Ah, so
This
the biggie
is
arm
the biggie
is
hex
back.
arm.
Congratulations, Calarisis.
Yeah,
Yeah, congrats.
Calorisis in first place. Who'd have thunk it?
Ah, and arm 3 is also outputting lead, so okay.
Oh, arm 3 is outputting lead? Alright, this is on the level of this is on craziness on the level of Biggie solve. What are
That's
we
why it's a
thinking?
3-arm to not accidentally grab lead.
Mhm. This is crazy. I'm glad this is first.
Yeah.
Callie back in first, but even though it's only by 7 instructions. The notes say, I'll be very surprised if any chamber is possible. Not that we know of. Tertiary might be improvable. Also not that we know of.
Turns out primary, however, is not yet at men, so a sad miss for Calarisis.
In 0th place, we
In
have
0th place, we have... Oh, wow, overlap was allowed its own time?
Holy, could you imagine? Oh,
But yeah, I would have never found this solve. And I doubt my solve can save 7 instructions. No,
This was submitted...
I'm
like-
happy with second place.
Yeah, this solve was submitted like second to last day. Like for most of the week, Rolomni was ahead at the only 160 gold solve. The 165 gold solve didn't exist, sitting way up top, while all the other 170s came in and started piling up.
Yeah, when Biggie said saving 10G out of a big tie, I imagined, okay, the big tie should be 170, so Biggie has 160. I guess I was wrong.
Well, Biggie gets to drink two and a half glasses of milk, depending if she wants to drink the half glass of milk due to wording. Secretly, 21.9 repeating rate is possible. If that's not a secret, it is. 21.9 repeating rate is possible. And I'm not gonna give you an explanation why 0.9 repeating is equal to 1. We have math majors here that can do that instead. Someone was able to achieve min rate and min cost. Yippee! Adding repeating, of course, at the end of any number is always funny. But yeah, I really enjoyed how this rate metric worked out and how confident everyone has been throughout the week.
I wasn't. I should have been.
The
as usual.
the person at the min secondary said he wasn't confident.
I mean, I have a history of thinking I'm outside of top 10, and then I guess I won that one.
You also have a history of winning RG. Quite often, in fact.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah. not the
Back when
first
it
time
was
Biggie
called
was on the
Mode.
right path, and the idea just had to be refined. Yeah, that's true. I think of Biggie as a creative player that comes up with very like interesting and oftentimes good ideas, but the execution may not always be up to the rest of the competition nowadays. I like to think of Biggie as a more creative player.
Yeah.
Refined, like the Bronchi refined, yeah.
So far, my prediction of exactly one tertiary tie in each metric is looking pretty good. So,
oh
Yeah,
yeah, we have
that's
had
true.
one. And unfortunately, Mr.
Come
Puzzle's
on,
prediction of
tertiary ties.
15-way tie is not true so far.
As it turned out, Mr. Puzzle's prediction was correct, but for the wrong metric.
we shall see, we shall see. I'm gonna go get some more water. I'll let this run for a bit more.
I doubt that.
He's so funny though. 15-way instruction tie. Oof.
well, on primaries, maybe.
Yeah, but not on tertiaries.
I
Yeah,
did
imagine
have
that.
I did have two different instruction solves that had different costs, but tied each other on cycles exactly. It just pure. It wasn't because they had the same factors or anything. It was just complete coincidence. I hit the same very large number, which is.
Oh yeah, speaking of large numbers, this metric, this is the appetizer. We're about to start the main course. We're about to start
I'm excited.
Ravari's long road.
I'm very excited. I think there's a lot of egos on the line here in the instruction
Oh, yeah.
metric,
Oh
and
yeah.
mine not least of all.
Let me set things up. Alright, which one of these is our first instruction solve?
Well, we could see indies again. If it's
MB's top solve? I don't even know where that is, because that's not the worst instruction solve that we have.
Oh.
Half R-ring was the worst at 1040. That's still scoring.
Inby outdid their prediction then.
Yeah. Where is MB solve? Is it on here?
Ramna, you submitted an instruction solve,
Oh, there's MB solve.
Yeah, I
and
definitely did.
Mr. Puzzle, your team also submitted one.
An instruction solve?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, and we're all back in the running.
Alright, we'll be starting at 17th place, so we have we have 3 solves to find out if we have the massive 15-way tie. Alright. In 17th place, we have, starting at 39 instructions and 925 costs, we have Greenfield. Wow, we're already starting the long road theme. What is...
Please tell me that's necessary.
It most likely is. Our Arm 6 will begin eventually.
Okay, I think I understand. It's producing each metal, and then ARM6 is outputting every one of them in order.
Yeah, I see. So the length is necessary. Greenfield has no notes. this is what it's all about. LCM becomes a trivial issue when you have track. Unlike when you're dealing with TI and you can only work with weird rate numbers such as 2 and 3 and 6 and
Or
1
heaven forbid, 4.
or 4. Yes.
Yeah, think how many TI puzzles a Septarm would kill for.
I don't know. I think a lot of those a lot of TI puzzles probably kill for a pent arm, maybe.
You wonder how long it'll be before we get to the lowest instructions we see in the tournament.
Lowest instructions we see in the tournament.
Well,
Well,
we're not. I'm assuming 39i is not the lowest.
Oh, you mean for this puzzle?
Yes, yes. Sorry, yeah, I meant the puzzle, not the tournament.
Yeah. Well, next up we have... Wrong button. In 14 instructions, we have Michelius. This is the solution titles. What the fuck, it works. It does. It's working. You better believe it. Oh, we're still operating at full speed.
Okay, yeah, I know that middle solve of producing gold.
So this is a very similar concept, actually, to the previous solve. Except, Arm
Yeah.
6 is replaced by Arm 3, but it's going around everything instead. And is,
Yeah, and all the
a
top
lot
arms
more
are
opportunistic.
replaced by arm 1.
Sometimes Arm
Yeah,
3
5 arms in
isn't
one.
able to grab anything. like here, no copper for you. No silver for you either. But eventually it'll get to do it.
A modest 6,700 cycles.
Yeah. I mean, it's quite modest by these long road standards. Unoptimal trackful instruction solves. Yeah, they're pretty silly. I feel like almost everyone knows that 3 or 4i is the minimum for essentially any puzzle at this point. Almost everyone in the community knows.
Yeah.
Didn't feel like this required a... Yeah, this feels like you build the solution and then you or I guess how Jasper might be talking about his solve and this metric in general. Eventually it's gonna output everything.
Jasper's confidence remains unabated.
Alright, can go back to regular speed. The output sounds are getting to me. Alright, next up, we have, also at 14 instructions in 15th place, but 160 gold, Emilio. Instructions suck. Aww. So this looks a lot like a rate solve turned into an instruction solve. This looks a lot like the rate solves we've had. But I get the 5 different medals are offset by Arm 4.
I kind of
Because
like it.
3 and 5 are co-primes. Or I guess 6 and 5? The notes say, I think this should be reasonably low instructions without going into long, boys. Just using track with desync periods to produce semi-chaotic behavior. Arm 2 used to be on a 12-loop track that allowed for a sublime Critelli placement, but sacrifices had to be made. I wonder what the Arm 12 track loop looked like. Also, I am going to have to use the restroom real quick though, so I will be right back. Y'all can look at this a bit longer, and I don't know, talk about something maybe. Sing a little bit.
Yes. Of course, the solution we are paused on is probably going to be the fastest of the 17 we look at in this half of the stream.
Might be.
Yeah, I wonder.
Though instructions doesn't tend to be fast. Especially if the tiebreaker is cost and not cycles.
Ah, we don't even get to see it. Ooh. Yeah. So, what were people thinking coming into the solve? I definitely felt stumped for quite a while. Well, I felt stumped for a while.
I guess I have too much experience with instructions, so I set at my 2-hour solve for like 6 days.
2 hours spread over 6 days, or 2 hours on each of 6 days?
No, I spent 2 hours to get a solve, and then 6 days later I got another solve that was better.
Ah, okay. Yeah. I never found any improvement for the solve I had after day 2 or 3. But every time Hello Jasper commented in the chat, I was like, well, I'm gonna go check once again. If I'm
Yeah,
not missing something.
Wonder what they found.
I felt a little bit like last year's free space instruction solve, which was deep fried rocket propellant, where there was a bit of a gap between the idea of doing all 6 outputs in a single pass and having a looping solution. And if similarly here, if there's going to be a key idea that's just better than not doing it.
I think I've never looked at the results of that, besides somehow submitting some thrown together solves last year.
Hmm. Yeah, I really enjoyed that puzzle. In some ways, this is sort of the opposite, because rather than making a giant brick of 6 outputs and you just do it all at once, you make 6 different types of outputs one at a time. Well, actually, it's 7 different types of outputs.
Yeah. I think I like this one more, but I generally like purification stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of just bonding and rebonding.
Yeah, but pure projection with free space I is a little bit. It's a little bit
It's interesting.
painful.
That's. I think the very hardest puzzle I ever did was 3i purified gold with just 1 input.
I remember seeing. I looked up in anticipation for working this puzzle. I looked up the leaderboard for purified gold, but
Yeah, it's not on there because with 2 inputs it's cheaper.
I see. Okay, that's the one I saw then.
Yeah. The 1 input might still be in the Pareto, but only because I didn't submit all my solves. But it's a lot longer. I did that solve back then over 2 weeks without knowing if it's even possible, and during these 2 weeks I was going back and forth between trying to prove it's not possible and trying something out. Yeah.
Well, while we have this break, your Discord icon looks extremely similar to an image I made a long time ago.
Okay.
So I'm wondering, is there a meaning behind it or an idea you had, or?
Well, I studied math and more general, not theory, so I thought, let's do a trefoil not with some surface bounded by it as my profile pick.
Well, you say some surface. That's just a Mobius strip, right?
Yeah, but it's surface.
And
I
what
intended it to
software
be
did
a
you?
ciphered surface, but I failed because it's not oriented or not orientable.
What software did you use to render it?
I did it in GeoGebra.
Okay. Yeah, I made. I used as an icon. I still use on Facebook. A Mobius strip colored the rainbow, but I think the only two differences are I rotated it relative to you, like 180 degrees, and for the edge, I used a gradient from white to black rather than solid white. But other than that, it's the same.
Interesting.
So I was like, there's no way that they saw mine and copied it. That can't be right. Yeah, I studied math, but not theory or anything. I just made it because I thought it looked cool. Yeah.
Bist is on a long, long road. Yep. Looks like it.
Azuri flabbergasted. Surely flabbergasted. Azuri flabbergasted. Is that how many different Azuri icons are there?
Bah.
OMG.
Bah.
Welcome.
Hello, I am back. My tummy was not cooperating. I had a long, long trip to the toilet. But I am back for now, and I hope to be here for a bit. I hope I do not have to go back anytime soon anyways. I heard y'all talking about profile pictures while I was gone. I could hear everything that y'all were talking about. I still have my headphones.
Oh, all that gossip we said behind your back?
Yeah, something about Zuri flabbergasted or something. But alright. We can move on.
Sure.
Next up, we have at 7 instructions and 770 cost, we have now what is 7
We're
instructions?
gonna have
entail?
instructions everywhere from now on. Oh. Why?
Huh?
So how does this
Some
work?
co-prime nonsense, surely.
I imagine so.
Still,
I
it
guess
grosses 7,000
I guess the
cycles.
two arms will desync, so arm 1 will output each of the metals one by after another.
Yeah,
Oh,
doing this
yep.
with projection. So much easier than doing it with purification like the previous solves did.
Fun fact, projection exists. If you try to reference purified gold, well, I'm sorry.
Okay, and arm 1 is now outputting it. No, arm 2 is outputting it, arm 1 is inputting the metal, and they are desyncing, so they are producing all
a different amount of
different metals.
Yeah, the real challenge here is some kind of desyncing or something analogous to that. There are not a lot of ways you can do that in low instruction count. Having two arms certainly makes it a lot easier.
especially when our moves faster than the other. So, yeah. The solution speaks for itself. We do not have any notes. But alright. Moving on then. We have at 6 instructions and 450 gold. We have Fennel. At 64,608 instructions. Here's the long roads happening. Oh, the center looks like an angel.
Okay. 2 arms at 3 instructions each. And probably some desyncing happening. Ah.
Yeah,
Okay,
we have
one
Hexon
position
loaded
per
with
metal
legs.
output, I guess.
The notes say extremely normal number of cycles. Can't wait to see what the 3i solutions look like.
First prediction of 3i. The track is pretty.
It is. Like I said, I mean, it looks like a little angel, like when you put on top Christmas trees.
It's pretty rare you get loop inside of a loop.
Mm-hmm.
These 2 arms have to line up to get any projection done.
They'll line up eventually.
But yeah, each position on the hex arm is
Is a
responsible
different
for
metal.
one metal type,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
so that's a good way to organize it.
Okay, so it's going to just keep. It doesn't have to pace the projection slowly.
Yeah.
It does, but it doesn't have to. It just has to sometimes project, and then it'll eventually hit the. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Can't possibly need this many cycles to do it, right?
We're not letting this finish. We understand the concept.
I bet you could finish it a lot faster, but that costs track though.
We are at 19 outputs now, 12 of which are the Quicksilver and Lead.
You know, I did. Oh, there's the gold outputted.
So I guess the reason why you have a bi-arm on the outside is that if you used a uni-arm, you would just be difficult to hit all of the glyphs. You'd just not be a nice shape for it. It doesn't seem impossible.
Yeah, I
And
think you can
maybe-
use a hex arm, but in this way the track on the outside is shorter because you don't have so many collision problems.
Yeah, that might be it. I feel like
And as it's a cost
Arm,
secondary and
yeah.
not a cycles, you
So,
want
yeah.
to cut down on cost with a shorter
I have
loop.
wondered what IC would look like this puzzle. It'd probably be a lot harder, I think.
IG was fun. IC, I'm not sure.
I never tried IC.
IG
It
has a
just feels
lot
like
of
the outside arm.
IG has a lot of metal chaos. I'll tell you that much, and this is approaching that metal chaos.
Mm.
My chat yearns for elephant mode. All right. Are you happy, IE? Is this what you wanted?
Before we move on, can we find out the lengths of the 2 tracks by just using the cost trick?
Yeah. Do the math for me, thank you.
I will happily do the math. I can't read the numbers though. So that saves
255.
almost 200.
This is
255
200.
So-
versus 450, so it's
39?
195.
39, yeah.
39 tracks on the outside, and the inside is 19.
19.
So they are
Um,
co-prime.
Oh god.
Take a long
Oh
time.
god.
So repeat, 3 times 19 times, or sorry, 38 times 19.
Alright.
Yeah.
Times 5 projections for each gold.
God.
Times 6 output. Times 3 instructions per period. Yep.
I thought we moved past from pitch drop.
Oh, my pitch drop saw was quite a lot slower than this.
Yeah.
I was aiming for 2 to the 64 cycles in that one, and I hit it.
Alright, next up we have, in 4 instructions at 490 gold, we have Cuckoo 52. Well, if you thought 64,000 was worse, how about 172,000? Because this uses purification. Cuckoo 52, why?
Okay, we are down to 4 eye and 1 arm only.
We're also down to new solution 3.
Yeah.
We were on 157 last.
How do you even verify this? It does. OMSIM is fast.
Oh, so it's producing 3 of each metal, outputting 1 and using 2 in the production process of the next metal.
You verify this by asking OMSIM, what's the cycle count? OMSIM tells you, and then you go solution edit it to that cycle count. Or you can let it run for half an hour or something.
So for each gold it outputs 2 silver, 4 copper, 8 iron and 16 tin.
Yeah.
No,
I felt
wait,
like this.
it's a factor of... Yeah,
Sorry.
no, it's a factor of 3 all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's always producing 3 of each metal, outputting 1, and then promoting the other 2.
Yeah.
It just constantly does this, over and over again, for 172,000 cycles. It's purified gold, but worse.
Hey, at least it's using projection for lead to tin.
I do think this solution method of take 3 of each metal, output 1, purify the other 2 is it's the first thing I thought of, right? After looking at
Yeah.
how purified gold was solved with 3 or 4, I forget.
Yeah, but purified gold is just barely possible with 3i.
Also,
Oh wait,
in-
I'm thinking about the 1 input solve, but yeah, we only have 1 lead input here.
I find Biggie's comment very funny. Biggie's wife's comment to her very funny. Thank you
Solution
for
method
spending
with
time
3i
with me
is,
this week instead of
don't
doing
know.
that. Yeah, we haven't even got to the worst of it. Oh, yeah, I guess this is the worst of it in terms of cycles. This is the longest Ravari's road gets. Ravari's road is long and arduous. Let's watch it output a gold.
Yay, we still need 2 silver.
We did it!
I'm confused. Why is it...
Only 6 more of those to go. So yeah, with elephant mode, it actually doesn't take that long. It's probably like, I don't know, 5 minutes of doing that. But alright. Next up we have also at 4 instructions, also at 490 cost for some reason, with the hugest tertiary shave ever. We have Bambi.
Alright, tertiary tie. Tertiary tie. Tertiary tie.
That's not a secondary tie I would have expected, honestly.
So what does this do? It does a bit more projection as a treat. It only starts purifying at iron. Great. And then it does the same thing.
It's just the cycles optimization. What is this?
The cycles optimization is not purifying tin.
Oh wait, this is purifying before projecting. Oh, it's an anti-cycles optimization. Ah.
What?
Right, don't you want to if you're doing optimal purification, you save your projections for the end.
Oh, this
not
is
the start.
opposite purification,
yeah.
yeah.
But it's doing the same method as a previous sword, right?
Yeah. Basically.
Zorplex may be a little premature in the chat. We could have more secondary ties to come with this.
50k cycles win tertiary anyways.
I recall predicting a 15 way tie pile up, and it's going to be a 4i 490G.
Also,
Yeah, but
Bambi's
that's a maximum of 12.
Bambi's notes say, I imagine the cost can get a lot lower using some form of metal chaos or other clever conditionals, but I am not the guy. Do we wait for gold? Let's output gold. She can't be that long away,
I
right?
don't have any plans for the rest
Hello
of the
just
day.
noted it's producing 2 and moving 1 to the purification glyph. Instead of producing 3 and moving 2 to it.
Oh. Got excited when I saw 2 silvers.
It's coming, it's coming.
Come on.
Come on.
2 silvers are right there.
1 more copper, come on! Okay, now we get our
One
third
more loop.
silver.
We did
Yeah,
it!
one or two more.
Alright.
No. Yeah. Okay.
We have stream lag, so we didn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, y'all can watch on Discord. I'm streaming on Discord.
My internet cannot handle that.
Oof. Alright.
I think I have
Actually-
both open, but I'm watching on Twitch. That's not a good idea.
I could probably. I'll turn off the Discord one then. No,
Yeah,
moving it.
my audio
Yeah.
was cutting out, so having
Yeah,
that
yeah.
off would be nice.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Alright. Next up then, we have.
Did anyone have a rotate in their 4i? Interesting
No.
I
question.
think
Because next up
Probably
we have
not.
in 3 at 10th place we have 3i
Yep.
at 555
Okay,
cost.
so
Are you
I
happy,
see.
Zorflax? There are notes to this solve. I will be reading them. Ravari trudges down the dirt path. He has been condemned to walk for the rest of eternity. One more moment, let me slow this down. His feet ache horribly, and his sanity is dwindling. Yet he presses on, to keep what little hope he has alive. The hope that he may someday reach the end of the road and be freed from this pedestrian prison. As he walks, he looks up and spies a dark figure in the distance. He sighs. Countless times he has seen figures like these, and countless times he has watched them fade away. Hallucinations, his mind playing tricks on him after eons of isolation. This time, he presumes, is no different. However, as he approaches, the figure does not fade away. Instead, it grows in his vision, becoming darker and clear. This is no hallucination. Something or someone is there, waiting for him. His eyes widen. With renewed spirit, He forces himself into a jog. His feet scream in pain, yet he does not slow down. This could be it, he thinks. The end of the road. The end of his torture. Freedom. He strides up to the figure. It does not react to his arrival. He cannot discern its face. But he notices a silver name tag on its body. Critelli. The name sounds familiar to him, though it has been so long that he cannot recall where he knows it from. Too tired to ask questions, he simply stares at the figure, waiting and hoping for something to happen. An hour passes. Maybe 2. He begins to suspect he was wrong, that this too has simply been one of his mind's more elaborate ruses. Eventually, he dejectedly turns away from the figure to walk past it. But right before he can continue walking, the figure suddenly speaks in an Australian accent. Hey, you're going the wrong fucking way. Thank you whoever wrote those notes.
Wow.
Anyway, Zorflex is known for advocating for the minus instruction with this which this solve utilizes.
It's a really
Ravari's
nice
long,
solve,
long
though
road.
I have no idea why it works. Looking at it.
The notes don't
Yeah.
tell us either.
I only saw one thing that even made any sense at 3i, and it is Abyss. I don't understand this at all. It's good. Getting 3i is hard. So good job. However it works.
Crazy Thought says he wrote up a plan on paper. And it worked. Somehow.
Yeah, that's what
There's
I
something-
always.
maybe-
That's what I also do sometimes, and it's quite important, especially with multiple loops per output.
Maybe CrazyBot can explain what the bonders are for. Like I had played with the idea of using bonders to do some kind of like statefulness flip-flop this, but it never helped. Any of my
Bonder is
sessions.
probably preventing projection or unwanted projection of purification.
Or
Usually that's
unwanted
what they do.
outputs.
Yeah, unwanted output.
Yeah.
Just
I think mostly unwanted
things.
outputs.
Yeah.
You check if a neighboring atom is there, and if it's not there, you output. If it's there, you don't output. That's
Yeah, I guess
how
that
I
10
usually use
escape the output.
bonding and unbonding.
Yeah, I just didn't find it useful. I tried using it, I couldn't get anything out of that. Out of using bonders and unbonders in this puzzle.
It is a
I see. Yeah,
peculiar
that
solve
10
that's-
is not outputted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Moving on. We have at 290 cost and 3,417 cycles. Sockboy.
Fast and cheap.
Now this solve you all probably understand more.
Maybe.
Zorflex says, I actually have a 14-hour drive later today, so confirm. We have roads. Oh no, Zorflex. He's no longer Critelli. He's Ravari now. He's going to be on his long, long road.
Okay, each tape loop we output lead and tin, and then we have the 3 other positions which we project.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is a design I was considering about 4 hours before stream and didn't improve it. A mixture.
I'm wondering where is
yeah.
the 6th metal done? I guess one of the spots has to do some double duty.
Right, because you have your 2 bottom spots are being used to carry lead to make the 10, So one of them must be reused for like copper or silver. Well, maybe I'm reused for something. Right? No. No, something's reused. I don't see what's reused. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if this have to be reused. The tin is
I'm
just
pretty sure
outputted.
it's the one that outputting gold, but I don't know which one is outputting gold now. Ah,
Well,
okay, it's the leftmost, which is
guess,
outputting gold and copper.
Yeah. Ah, yeah. But if it's already
And
gold, it can't output gold.
okay, it's sometimes projected twice and then goes from iron directly to silver. I
Yeah, so it
suppose.
cannot fit. It won't be able to fit in the copper hole. So it can
I
go
see.
to the gold hole. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyhow, this retreating to a more basic topic, right away we see that the track has to surround the lead and quicksilver inputs for the purpose of loading up as many arms as possible with these metals. Here we have all 6 slots can be loaded with lead and 5 spots can be loaded with quicksilver. And you use input suppression to conditionally load them. So when the arm swings back around to the top towards the lead input, it has to have the upper left input free so it doesn't collide. And
But
then
that one is always outputted as lead, and
exactly,
quicksilver is always used.
exactly. So yeah, I suspect we're going to see, certainly that was a fundamental principle of the design I was using. So I suspect other people are going to do the same thing. If there's another way to approach this puzzle at 3i, I don't know it.
Well, we shall see. Next up, we have, at 265 cost, Mr. Arpioso. Super Magnum cart. A good old-fashioned secondary race with friends. Anyways, this is
Not
similar.
submitting 8 instructions with 888 gold.
And now we have projection only.
Yeah.
Okay.
No more taking shortcuts with the purifier to get tin. Nope, we're projecting only everywhere.
So I guess the question then is which metals. So presumably each hand is responsible for one different metal type, and then the question is which hands are doing which metals.
Oh, easy. Ravari wheel shape.
Oh right, this is
All
Mr.
right.
Puzzle's.
Yeah. I see this one as
Oh yeah, I see it.
I tried different orders on the wheel. Well, lead's like a freebie.
Yeah, let's
I
get
was like,
anywhere.
so I put lead there, and I was like, okay, so what different orders can I try? And I tried like 5 or 6 different orders, and it's like, well, the number of cycles doesn't change half the time, and then the other half the time it gets 2 to 4 times longer. So we'll stick with this.
And then another question is, where do you put your arm at the start? Because I found I could save thousands of cycles by moving my starting position.
Yeah, you also had to experiment with that.
It just immediately starts with the lead.
Yeah, I think if you start with one of the less accessible positions and then load up the rest with quicksilver, you get a 1 loop head start on the last metal that you output.
I think some point, the fastest for me was even starting with some quicksilver.
The track, so the track does a full surrounding of the inputs. I used to also have a full surrounding of the quicksilver output, but I found I could move it to that position. Like, I didn't change the starting position of the hex, but I moved the output to where it is, and I was able to save a lot of track.
Yeah, you
Yep.
only need the bottom left to have access to it, I think.
Right. And you
The one
generally
farthest away
want
from the usual input.
you want fewer to have access so you can spend more Quicksilver promoting or right.
Alright. We can move on then. Next up, we have in 7th place, at 250 cost, we have Avenge Ruler and Skyhawk. Questionable final condition. Whoa, we're back to purifying for some reason.
Interesting.
There are notes. The notes say, Avenge Ruler says, that Ravari says, what do you mean this road isn't that long? Unintelligible mumblings. I have to walk it how many times? Well, I'd best get started. Just a short overview of stuff. Lead, tin, copper, and silver are all pretty straightforward. Gold is specifically set after grabbing new lead atoms to allow for quicksilver output. Iron outputs wait for a cycle when there is only an iron and nothing else on that side of the hex farm than outputs. Lots of little geometric things outside of this that make reducing further hard, but I will keep these notes short. I suspect someone would at least get in the 240s, possibly even lower if glyphs can be reduced. I didn't find a way to do so.
So this is 4 glyphs, 4 metal glyphs. Which means there's some amount of reuse going on.
That is
presumably the middle projection glyph.
And then
Also,
I
the
think this
top
one
right
prevents.
spot is-
I think this one does reuse through bonding, perhaps.
That's
Yeah,
possible.
it's bonding the tin in the upper right spot to prevent the output, and then does gold with it a few times.
You know, I've been recommended, like on YouTube, several times, which country outlines make the best F1 tracks. And you know what? With the people talking about this in the chat, this reminds me of that. I have not seen the video. I probably should, but I've not actually watched the
I mean,
video.
we should be playing. Which country outline are we looking at right now, right? This is
This one looks like a.
kind of.
Okay, bond
Venezuela?
unbond is for iron versus silver on the right side, yeah.
So, which country is this?
I was saying it was a little bit like Venezuela, but now that I'm looking at Venezuela, it's really not.
Looks like a Great Britain if you rotate it by 90 degrees. That's a really weird, weirdly shaped Great Britain you got there.
Yeah. Hey, Britain, yeah.
It's a tough one. Equatorial Guinea.
Equatorial Guinea.
Like, yeah, those countries kind of look like that now, don't they? Just kind of slot in West Africa.
Equatorial Guinea looks like a record.
Alright. Next solve, we have in 6th place at 230 cost and 77,000-ish cycles. We have Team Hello Jazzian. Now before
Ooh.
I make a
That's
solution.
quite early.
Ooh, they were confident.
Ooh, they were very confident.
I was thinking they had a totally different solution method if they had that level
Yeah,
of confidence.
me as well.
One moment. Alright, this solve has one single word for the notes. Is this? Yeah, this is a solve.
Are you in the solve? We are not seeing the solve yet. Okay, now we see it.
There is one link to the notes of the solve, and this is the link.
Looks familiar.
Yeah, y'all on Discord will probably have the stream muted.
What? Yeah, I have the stream muted.
But yeah, no, Furret Walk is playing right now.
Alright, I gotta unmute.
No, this is Accumula Town. No, that's the only note of the solve. Anyways, this does most of what the other projection only solves do, except it's does it with less track and maybe less projectors.
Yeah. There's 5 I see, right? So there's no reuse.
Yeah, I think there are 5.
It's
Which
I
are quite
really
a lot.
struggle with reusing because if you want to reuse a projection glyph, you have to get your track to go from one side to the other, and that costs you. That it takes 4 track. If it takes you 4 track to get from one side of the projection glyph to the other, and that's 20G. I'll just get
That
the other
still moves
projection
you a
glyph.
few hexes. So
Right.
if you
So
can
you have to-
incorporate it and you want to move in that direction, then you save.
Exactly. It's just
Jasper
hard.
says he did not think of projector reuse.
Yeah.
That seems to have been his downfall. Oh, the confidence coming into this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I initially had no projector reuse, and I was able to save money with projector reuse, but not much.
Yeah, I guess we will see how far down it gets. I'm really curious.
Well, we shall see. Let me stop the music for now. And continue the Opus Magnum
We didn't
music.
have any secondary. Did we have sec? Ah, yes, we had this 4i 490 secondary tie already, right?
Yeah. And we have another one right here because I mentioned the cost. At 2,157 cycles in 5th place we have Ebanov.
That is fewer.
That's a lot faster. From one of the slowest to one of the fastest, it seems.
The notes say one set of outputs every 6 laps. Oh wow, that is fast. Left
That's
gripper
fast, yeah.
delivers iron and copper. Right gripper delivers silver and gold. Bottom left gripper delivers tin. The main conditional mechanism is in tin delivery. Every other lap, the tin is dropped early, causing right gripper to get 2 projections instead of 1, and left gripper able to drop iron, and leave a quicksilver in top left gripper to deliver. So,
Yeah, my
oh, you go.
I was just saying, my late night yesterday attempts to, whenever I saw Hello Jasper posting about how confident we were, I went again to try to find a way to save money, and I attempted last night to do only picking up Quicksilver from 4 sides, which is what this all does, and I didn't have luck with that. So. Oh, I just noticed it only does lead on 5 sides.
Interesting. And only Quicksilver on 4.
Yeah, I'm not noticing all sorts of things.
Well, I read the notes and there seems to be a lot of overlap. I ran a copper overlap, silver and gold overlap, and yeah.
Yeah, that's hard to do.
Ooh, 2 overlaps is a lot.
Yeah, it does it with the bonder and debonder, I believe.
Ah, right, yeah.
The
Okay.
bonder debonder is pretty powerful for the same cost as a projection glyph.
Yeah,
Yeah, which is exorbitant.
which is a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't spare 20G.
20G. Do you know how much track I can lay with that? 4. It's 4.
Exactly.
Yeah, 4.
The reflex, this is an A tier racetrack. Pretty smooth bends all throughout, except for that one single one with a sharp, tight turn. I bet you can do a shortcut.
Yeah,
if
you
it's
put
from
all
Mario Kart.
You put all the audience where the Cortelli is, so that you can watch the race cars
Yes.
flying off the corn.
I don't know, that one bend is rough. You can cut it, probably. Use a mushroom. Do a shortcut. Hello Jasper says, I also did not consider overlap as a possibility. Just Quicksilver
Right
and
there.
lead trivially.
We grab lead in 5 places and output it immediately on 2 of them.
On 2 of them.
Well, like we said, there was 2 overlaps.
Oh, jeez.
So we have 3 spots for 5 metals. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's 2 overlaps.
That's hard to do. Yeah.
Nicely done, yeah.
That explains why this is a lot faster, I guess. Maybe? Is that what the explanation? I don't know.
It's traveling faster than mine. Come on, tertiary ties.
Come on, tertiary ties. Wow. Next
I
up,
just need 1 tertiary tie.
we
And
have
next up, 2nd place, whatever.
we have in 4th place at
Ah.
215 gold. We have Silex away.
Ooh.
3 projections. We're back to
That was
the
cycle mention.
grabbing everything list. Oh yeah, cycles is 12,837. You can see it on the screen. I don't need to tell you, but I am.
Yeah.
No, no, that's the wrong one. No,
Now the
10,009
double reuse projection.
No, it's
Nice,
10,941. I can't read.
yeah. That starts looking similar to something I got early on. Double reuse
Yeah.
projection. Yeah.
That track shape on the left, going around the 2 projection glyphs, is familiar. I was thinking of it as very distinctly the ball shape.
Oh god. Oh, no.
I definitely had some unfortunately shaped racetracks.
Well, my long-standing solve reminded me of a butterfly, which was quite nice.
Oh, that's
You won't see it, unfortunately.
It reminded me of Mickey Mouse personally.
Yeah, that's also. I can also see that. Yeah.
You can imagine why it's Mickey Mouse, you know. You need to surround lead,
Yeah.
you need to surround Quicksilver. You can picture the rest. Zorflex says, I was gonna say D tier, but the minus instruction means auto S tier. Somebody's biased.
It's
feel
so
like we
much
haven't
more
said
effort to
anything
type
about the
the
solve.
T instead of a G.
T is so much further away, yeah.
G is in the middle row. T is. You have to lift your finger up.
People are so lazy.
Yeah, we are ahead of my initial serious solve, which was the same cost but slower.
Nah, we are not. Of mine.
This is Rolandi for you. He comes in first solve is probably near in the probably a podium solve already.
Well, evidently.
Yeah. All right. Next up, I accidentally revealed the cycle count. At 210 costs and 12,837 cycles, we have 4. In 3rd place.
All right.
Not in 4th, unfortunately. Or fortunately.
Yeah, I hit this after I realized to do glyph reuse. I hit upon this layout pretty quickly, and I spent the rest of the week just trying different ideas, trying different layouts, trying different methods, and none of them are better.
Yeah, I agreed. These 210 swords felt pretty much like being the optimum.
Yeah.
I was also stuck at
I-
210 for like 6 days
Ah,
at my souls.
Spoilers!
Oh, sorry.
I really wanted the output Quicksilver to be 1 hex to the right of where it is. If you do that and you move the metals around, you swap out which metals are output where, it comes in at half the cost, but it crashes at 40 outputs out of 42. Sorry, half the cycles, not half the cost. So you can half the cycle count by moving the Quicksilver output 1 to the right, which lets you use more Quicksilver than outputting. But except for the fact it crashes at 40 outputs.
Oof. Oof.
I had solutions that were stuck at 38 for a very long time.
Yeah, I tried a bunch of things, but I just never got better than this. So.
Oh, so this off his notes. Robert Frost tells
Ah.
us that 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood, and thus we see that Frost was no alchemist. For if roads were permitted to diverge, how would the Arn know which one to go down? No, when you walk Ravari's road, there will be no forks or side paths, and by the time you are done, it will be very, very well traveled. Well traveled indeed, 12,837 cycles of traveling it. And it doesn't end there if you keep it running.
Yeah, I sort of had in mind. I initially, before I hit upon this idea, really wanted to do some sort of a flip-flop mechanism to store state, so that you could like output sometimes, purify sometimes, and having 2 roads diverge, where like if you could make a path, a track in Opus Magnum and have it have a split, and the arm goes down the side of the split that's less well traveled, then that's a flip-flop.
I'm sorry,
It'd make this so much easier. Yes, I wanted Space Chem flip-flops.
Yeah, these instructions
but that would have
do
been
remind me of Waldos moving down their paths. But unfortunately, we do not have flip-flops. Robert
But
Frost,
eventually I
Space Chem
realized,
player.
just do 1 hand for each output and it just works.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Alright. In 2nd place, we have at 210 cost, we have Transcendental Brick at 9,879 cycles.
Oh, that finally
Well done.
beats
And
my 10,038.
And congratulations, Rolani.
Congratulations. Good job.
Thanks. Biggie didn't submit
Hang on,
for
No,
instructions.
Biggie didn't. Biggie was spending time with her wife instead, evidently.
Oh.
Who is glad she did not spend time on this shit.
Okay, good that yesterday's saves mattered actually.
But yeah, why is this faster? I don't know. Albatross, do you know?
Probably faster first output of the limiting thing.
Maybe?
I would guess it's the same rate, probably, or
Biggie says it looks like a poodle. I agree. Thinks it has better rate. Possibly. It is a whole 3,000 cycles of difference, with the same amount of track.
okay, then maybe not the same rate.
Yeah, that needs to be
Probably
better,
the
right?
other
Because-
metal order to cut down the number of loops per limiting output.
Yeah,
I can only speculate.
yeah. If I couldn't do what I wanted as optimal metal order because I would have had wrong outputs. So the layout I had limited my choices there. So maybe this layout allows for more flexibility in which outputs go which places. And then you can get a more
Yeah,
optimal
I shuffled these around
order.
a bit. I think I had a spreadsheet which of my positions has to be greater than which other position, so it's not wrongly outputting.
Yep.
And then I
I
was
have
going
a
through
bunch
all
of-
the possibilities.
Yeah, I have a bunch of pieces of paper that say things like M2 greater than M3, M5
Yeah.
greater than M4, M3, M2.
I figured out that you want tin every 2 loops in the
Yep.
thing that's mainly getting upgraded, and the other 2 you want gold and iron and silver and copper, so that the
Yeah.
product is roughly the same.
Yeah, I couldn't do that though with my.
Okay, then that's the issue, yeah.
Shall we see first place? In first place, we have Rolomni at 3 instructions and 200 gold. It's 200 fat. Ah,
Congrats.
200. Well done.
Yeah,
Cutting,
I
10
figured out
whole-
only grabbing 5 lead is enough, and then I had to do some double duty, which was quite annoying, and I had to test and test and test if it works or if it doesn't work.
Anyways, Rolomni has notes.
Oh yeah,
So
these are long.
I can read them.
Yeah, sure.
When starting with my 3 iSolves, I quickly threw together a 240G and 9,630 C-solve, which I managed to get down to 210G and 10,038 C within the first 2 hours. I reserved 1 spot on the wheel for each of the metals, not counting Quicksilver. That solve looked likely to be my final solve, until I tried something new on the last day. Here, I tried only grab 5 lead in 5 spots, meaning 1 spot needs to alternate producing different metals. At first this didn't work, but after shuffling around some of the outputs, it miraculously worked, thanks to the fast forward function of Fitsukuku, which I downloaded for that approach. Thus, I had a 200G 16,218 C solve. Afterwards, I shuffled the outputs around a bit more and settled with this 200G 9225 C solve in the end. I might still have missed some shuffling around to save even more cycles, but at some point, you have to stop. As some others seem to be certain of having a winning solve, and the 210G was easy to get, I'm looking forward to seeing how even cheaper solves might look like, which don't exist, sadly. Analysis of the outputs. The top left spots gets output 1 lead every loop. The right and left spot on the wheel gets upgraded once every loop, but only gets replaced by iron 1 round after being outputted. Tin, the right spot, thus is outputted every 2 loops. Gold, the left spot, is outputted every 6 loops. The lower left spot thus is upgraded once every 6 loops and is responsible for silver. It thus needs 6 times 4 equals 24 loops to produce each silver. The lower right spot is the most complicated. It is responsible to output iron and copper, It gets quicksilver from the right spot every 2 loops, and 1 quicksilver from the lower right spot every 24 loops. Usually it outputs iron, but whenever these 2 cycles align and there is currently tin grabbed, then iron gets skipped, and instead copper is produced and outputted. Every 24 loops, there are 12 plus 1, 13 upgrades to distribute, and luckily, the loop always aligns to produce copper. So every 24 loops, this spot produces 1 copper and 5 iron. Amazing.
Ah, very nice.
Overlap wins. Not in the way that you think it does.
Finally, an instructions win.
Fine. Oh yeah,
Well
you
done.
never won
Congratulations.
instructions before? Not that we've
Uh,
actually had a bunch of instructions puzzles.
no,
There's literally
I don't.
one.
I mean, there only was one free space instructions last year. I never looked at the
Yep.
results, but I figured I hadn't won. I don't know where I
No,
placed there.
Our person with the name defending champion won in this VC right
Ah,
now.
That used to be my name.
Oh no, you changed it?
My name is now former Free
Uh,
Space I champion.
Well, I mean, you can still
think
see
I've-
who it is.
I've gotten second in the 2020 or 2021 tournament instructions in production. It was my
Alright.
best instructions placement. So yeah.
Congrats on your first
Yeah, I
instructions
think-
win.
Yeah. I think last year was the first Free Space Instructions
Yeah.
puzzle we had. So.
But yeah, that will be all for our main metrics. Before we move on to showcase, though, let's show
Ooh.
next week's metric, which not metric
Is it
puzzle,
not because-
which has been brought to you by Mr. Puzzle in our VC.
It is my pleasure to introduce to you the computation puzzle, Booze Sort.
Oh wait, I don't have the computation mod installed. No.
Oh,
Pretend it exists. Let me do that
Pretend-
real quick. Let me do
pretend
that
it
real quick.
exists. While we get the feng shui up and running, the metric is cost plus cycles times 5 plus area. Your task is to take a alcohol-shaped variable input containing fire, salt, and water, randomized, and to sort it in the order fire, salt, water, which happens to be alphabetical order, and then output it as a 4-atom stick. Your metric is calculated based off of the worst of the 81 possible constant input cases. So the website will test your solve against 81 different cases where in each case the input is a non-changing input. As usual, batching is not allowed. Although your metric score is calculated assuming no change to the input, your machine must be able to handle a variable input that can change after every pull, as well as an output glyph that will accept changing products corresponding to those inputs in the order they are pulled. Output A corresponds to input A, output B corresponds to input B, and so on. What is different from most computation puzzles is that output conditionals are allowed. You may drop incorrect molecules of the same shape over the output if you wish.
And the two long things are just helpers that are constant.
The
Okay.
2 stabilized fire inputs and the
What?
stabilized water input are just standard inputs that you can use for whatever purpose you want.
Where's the boost sort?
Looks like an interesting puzzle.
Um,
All right, exciting.
do you have a zip of a zip? Is the file structure of the zip file incorrect?
No?
Do you have OM computation installed?
I have OM 2025 computation mod 0.05. Do I need? Is it?
Oh.
Does it require an
Right.
OM computation? Okay.
Yeah. So the mod that I
As a
made, so I have made
dependency.
a mod for this. It uses OM computation as a dependency. So it doesn't have the fancy what's it called? Computation tray. Because it's like from the computation standpoint, it's a simpler puzzle.
Yeah. Anyways, this input is random. It changes. And once you output this one correctly, the output also changes. It's random. No fancy panel up here this time.
Huh.
No chat. Have you sent the mods into the server?
Not yet, but I'll post that now.
Yeah, you can send it in. I
So,
can add it as a link to the.
Yeah, I can update the puzzle page because I've got some hidden stuff in there. So let's see. There's OM computation. Mod for weekly 8 requires OM computation 0.3.0 as a dependency. Then I can copy this link, edit the event page. So then we put the mod here. And then we can copy this message link and put it there. Remove the hidden
Oh
attribute.
yeah, also all glyphs except for the meadows and Burlow are available.
Okay, and that should do it. The
Transcendental guy posted a 205 in the Discord.
Does that have the tin? Does that have the Quicksilver output?
It does have no Quicksilver. What?
Ravari's around.
oh, I should probably say links, not link. No, link. Yeah. Okay, link should be up on the link should be ready in the description. So the event page should be ready to go, Bist.
I'll be added it into the event page.
Yep.
Do you have the link on somewhere on the GitHub, or do I just link the
The OM computation and the quintessential mod loader links to the GitHub pages. The mod itself does not have a GitHub page,
Okay, I'll
so it
link
just
the
goes to the
Discord.
zip.
Unless did you update the site yourself then?
The site, yeah, the site should be up to date.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah. But yeah, this is next week's puzzle. This is our annual week 8 computation puzzle. Apparently that's a tradition now. But alright, moving on, we have our showcase. Let me open that up. First in showcase, we have Ravari's Road. Oh yeah, this is the WR song. Oh yeah. There are notes.
And it makes sense.
Oops. What? The notes say the LED input can produce tin in 5 cycles. Oh, let me finish. Let it finish running for. Oh, no, so off. The lead input can produce tin in 5 cycles, or output lead and tin in 8 cycles. The Quicksilver input can output the 3 higher metals in 26 cycles from 3 tin. It can switch modes in 11 cycles. Skip to the start of ARM2's instructions to see this happen. In the other mode, it can output 1 iron from 1 tin every 5 cycles. Using the central purifier, the tin purification can be balanced such as both inputs have no downtime. Making the solution and period longer makes the 11 cycle cost of switching modes less significant. The theoretical minimum rate for this design is 29.5 R. Doing the algebra, I found the input methods to align every 590 cycles, starting at period 94, 31.33 R. I thought that to demonstrate the design properly, I needed a longer period than that, so I chose the next lowest option, period 684 at 29.74 R. One interesting bit of tech here is the 5R Quicksilver transport chain for the iron projection mode. Normally, single atom transfer can at best happen at 6R and 2 width. This is because you can usually want to gain advantage on the atom, which the 5R mode cannot do. Take arms 20 to 22. Take arms 20 to 22. These grab something behind them and deposit in front of them, enabling arm 23. In the case of the Quicksilver mode switch, however, the purpose of transfer is to cover distance, not to gain advantage, so the 5R mode can be used. This is Ravari's long road in a different way.
Wow.
Impressive.
Yeah, it's meant to be with rate.
So it's not 22R because it does look like it's not drawing all the time. What I did not understand from the explanation is, like, are there epsilon issues going on where this could be brought arbitrarily close to 22 by making it more complicated, or
I think
are we
arbitrarily
limited
close to
above
22.5.
22?
I think
don't
the
think
LED
I'm-
output is limited by its speed. Down left.
You think the lead can't run at min
Yeah.
rate?
The LED output, so
Right, lead output. Yeah, those two arms working together cannot work at 2R. They need more than 4 cycles each. So yeah, this definitely does not get to 22R even with epsilon issues.
The notes say the theoretical minimum rate for this design is 29.5 R.
Still quite
Okay.
fast.
But this is above. This is
Yeah.
above 29.5 because it's not infinitely long.
This is 29.74 R. Yes.
Oh, I guess it's not making it longer, it makes it faster. It's spending more time in each output mode because you lose time when you switch modes. That's what that was about.
Hal Jasper says, couldn't you have an
Nonetheless.
additional piston grab lead from the purification and output that instead? Where?
I think where it's grabbing the tin. The problem is you
Where do you
steal
put
a
this
lead from the
piston?
if you stole a lead from the purification input, you are now biased to one side, and so the next lead you swipe, you would want to pull from the other side, which is a huge geometry problem, because now you need a piston to reach across from the one direction and also the other direction.
Psylocke looks away in the chat, clarifies that spending more time in each mode means you need more storage, so does it also get longer?
This is cursed. with
something
rate
special about-
solves have some of the craziest epsilon issues.
Specifically 2 width, I feel, is just so brutal.
Yeah. Alright, moving on. Next up, we have Greenfield solve at overlap. Oh wow, we need to zoom in now. That's
Nice.
pretty.
Why not put the output? I guess if you put the output glyph where the Quicksilver input is, does that just not work? I guess.
I think that should be okay.
As long as it's last in order.
It is last in order right
Oh
now.
no. Oh right, you need
What?
to prevent the projections from happening when you load it. It projects, except that right, you need ARM 7 to prevent it from firing when you load.
You definitely, every arm has to drop as fast as possible, probably. And also that is not enough.
So, is ARM 7 unable to grab the atom if it gets output right away? Is that the problem?
Yeah, it cannot.
Right,
It
yeah,
can grab
it-
it on the first
yeah.
cycle, but it can never re-grab it.
Yeah, because the Quicksilver will never again exist on the movement step. It'll always get outputted.
Well, projected.
see.
Output.
So that's
into it.
why you can't overlap it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, next up we have a song from Genie Jampbot 69. Ravari's. Oh, wait. It's Ravari's wheel. Wow.
Um, very nice.
One more? Two more. Oh no, one more. Alright. Next up we have Greenfield again. New solution 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc.
Is that Conway notation for I forget how that works.
I don't know. Not familiar to me.
Oh,
No, it's just arms. Doing a handshake.
This
Thanks, Arm 4. You can go back to running on your road now. And then they kissed. Now kiss.
Alright, everyone else is having fun looking at this song while I'm reading how Conway notation works. So the inner brackets are equal to little omega, the smallest ordinal infinite ordinal.
Yeah.
And then you put that inside the outer brackets. Is that just adding one? I don't know. Trying to learn surreal numbers on stream is about as bad as tinkering on stream.
Yeah. Math on stream? Nah. Alright, next up we have Transcendental Break. Pivot of the week.
We've had very few pivots.
We have. None of these metrics are conclusive to pivots.
Yes.
Zorflax, are you still here? Zorflax. We need you for pivot of the week.
Well, it's not that metrics aren't conducive, it's every single input and output was a monomer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, some of them are probably more.
We're lucky if we saw bonders at all.
But alright, that is all our showcase solves. And now, we reach a section that everybody has all been waiting for. What solution should we play while we sing the songs?
Gosh.
I'm gonna
I forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna show first place
The
instructions.
winning instruction solves?
Yeah. And turn off the music first.
I only promised to sing if you disqualified everyone ahead of me.
Well, if there are other people who want to sing, I hope. Anybody who wants to sing, feel free to join the stage we have right now and request to join. I know there are several people who wanted to sing. Oh, Trixie, you might have not submitted it as a showcase.
Not singing, not me.
You could probably request to join. Request to join the Anybody who wants to sing, you can raise your hand in the chat. Request to join.
It's like Trixie.
Yep. Hello.
Hello.
Anybody
Hi.
else wants to be here to sing? Crazy Bot, do you want to sing? You're in the chat. There we go.
Which version are we doing? There's like 7.
We're doing the GUI version.
Oh God.
That's what I consider the canonical version, since GUI actually wrote the lore. Anybody else
I
wants
never
to join?
actually heard these MP3s. Oops.
I don't have the GUI version memorized, but I'll do my best.
The sheet music is there.
I have a link to all the versions.
No, I'm
Someone
gonna have to
has
go
it.
find it again.
Where?
GUI's
Sounds like
force.
Mr. Puzzle's leading us off.
I'm
Here we
just
go.
trying to refresh how the notes go. What's it? G major, minor key, right? So E's the tonic. Can't read treble clef that good.
Oh yeah, this is on stream. Oh yeah, this is gonna be part of the VOD.
It's happening.
It's Oh yeah, this is happening.
Miss-
Things are happening.
Mr. Puzzle, I nominate you to get us started because I don't know how we're supposed to be in sync.
I'll count you down.
otherwise.
We're not going to be in sync at all.
Not good. That's fine.
Alright, y'all ready?
No.
No. What is
Yes.
GUI, where's the BPM? let me listen to the recording first and
You could just play it on stream, can't you?
yeah, that's funny on stream. Alright. 5,
It's
6,
a lonely
7, 8.
road,
Good
the boundary that you walk to judgment day. And gold's no good,
Good
Ravari,
Ravari,
for the
for
debt
the
you
debt
yet
you
to
yet
pay.
to pay.
It's a weary road, Ravari, and there's much else to go. When I'm
When
long
I'm long
dead,
dead, Ravari,
Ravari, you'll be
you'll be
walking
walking
still, I
still, I
know.
know.
There
There
may
may
come a
come a
time,
time,
Ravari, when
Ravari,
your
when your
onward march
onward
shall
march shall
cease.
cease.
And
But
But
until that
until
day,
that day,
Ravari, may
Ravari,
you
may
never rest
never
in
rest in
peace.
peace.
It's a
It's
long,
a
long road, Ravari, which you
Ravari,
walk
which
in
in
misery.
misery.
That's
That's
what
what
you get,
you get,
Ravari. For breaking faith with
with me.
I think
It
that
was
was
definitely
good
not a
enough.
travesty, and it
Well-
was perfectly in sync and in tune, and everyone sang in the proper key, and it was great. I love
Well,
it. Yay!
I think people were singing in the right key, right?
hopefully.
Hopefully. I hope you all in the audience enjoyed
I think
that.
we chose a key and started singing in it, but I'm not sure if that's the canonical key.
The canonical key is G major. Is this major? I don't even know.
Could be
Oh, it is G? Okay.
It's
major.
got
I'm just never gonna
In
watch
that case,
the
it was right.
it's got a
my
single
V.
it's got a single sharp in it.
G.
I think we kept adding 2 latencies in an effort to keep in sync.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's the
I
thing
think
with
so as
Discord
well.
karaoke.
Yeah, I keep stopping to stay in sync, but it's like you're still ahead of me. How is it keep?
Yeah, but dang it, I'm still behind. I was definitely ahead at one point, but I don't know when that was, because I definitely was not ahead at the start.
No, I kept being ahead, and I was like, okay, I need to stop for a second, and I start again, and I'm still ahead. I just don't
Magic
know
of
what's going
Discord
on.
karaoke, ladies and gents.
Brick asks, practice run. I think that is what we're getting.
That is
Yeah,
what
no,
we're getting.
that's as good as it's gonna get.
We're not doing this again.
If people are welcome to post their solos in the channel if they want.
Yeah.
But
Of all the various versions too, you're all welcome to do so. But this is that would be the version we get on stream. But all right, that will be it for this week. Thank you all for coming, and we'll see you all next week. I do not know who's streaming next week. It might not be me. We shall see.
Thanks for
Ah.
hosting.
It might be Gooey or Haxton.
Thank you.
It's, most likely one of those two. We shall see. All right, I'll be seeing y'all then. Thank you all for coming. Bye.
all right.